gonna draw attention to it yesterday.
Okay, well, happy late birthday, love you.
Crucifixion is
Thanks.
still on the table.
You do. What?
Crucifixion is still on the table.
For myself or?
Wait, Storm, your birthday's only what? It's
Yeah.
2 away from mine? Huh.
Yeah, it's
No, it's
always
the
been 2 away
You're
from.
on the 20th, Judah.
We're one day.
Oh, yeah, well, one day apart. We've talked about this, like, because
Which would be the same as Nikki.
Because,
one day, yeah.
Nikki, because you guys
Anyway,
have
happy
the
early
same
birthday,
birthday.
Judah.
Right.
Well, Storm can wish him a happy birthday now. Time's
God.
Yeah,
so
happy
cool.
birthday.
Yeah.
It would still technically shit. Fucking future upside downers. God damn.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God,
guess-
That's like a
it's your-
slur.
You really did. Well,
Thank you,
yeah,
I'm very
you got
good.
him hit him much like a.
I can't believe you've just made up a slur on the spot for Joey. That's so insane.
I'm very talented. Lion knows my exploits.
And Joey, if you're curious why it just sort of hit me, is because I opened up my Google Calendar and I have your birthday saved there, and I just so happened to
figured.
have like opened it, and then was like, shit, I missed Storm's birthday.
See. But
Appreciate
originally,
the wishes.
yeah.
Just
I
as
don't
a
have...
sorry, just as a blanket question, Velocity just messaged me if he could come spectate. Everyone's cool with that, right?
Yeah,
He's been
of
here
course.
before.
Yeah.
Answer always. Yes.
Velocity has grown on me within the Among Us.
Among
games.
Us.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a
He's
silly guy.
so funny. He's so funny.
Very silly guy. Yes. Allow him in.
Okay. Yeah, he just wanted me to ask
Yeah,
because
of
he
course.
doesn't want to like just assume that he's invited, even. Yeah.
Well, he should assume that he's invited.
You start
That's
assuming
what
that
I-
you're invited Velocity.
I mean, I
We have a
literally
gun.
record these and put these online upon request, so I mean, spectation's kind of a thing.
Keep fucking around. I'm gonna get you voted out with 0 proof again.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't have any
so-
RP in mind.
Me neither.
Along the way, you
Uh,
guys would have.
Actually, I was going to say
Go
I
ahead.
had an RP Ben wanted to do with Angel.
Oh,
I had to specifically
Feet
make my
ways.
characters out because I have two. But yeah, Ben wanted to have one with Angel.
By all means, go ahead.
I don't know. At any point during the trip, we got 11 days, so at some point Ben would just kind of go up to Angel and discuss him. Excuse me, Angel. I wish to have a conversation with you.
he looks at you, and his already resting smile widens just the tiniest bit. Yeah, what you need?
Well, I was curious about something. I have been giving thought about your nature.
My nature? What do you mean by that?
Well, kind of thinks about it in many aspects of the word. One, I presume that you have and he kind of gestures to the giant area where the hole in your chest is. A case of, not quite the same as Sereth, but a similar situation.
You know, if I had to take an educated guess, maybe, but unfortunately, I ain't too educated on this topic, so maybe.
Indeed. Well, I was just curious about something about that, which is perhaps the reason your pursuit for all lifely goals has something to do with this.
Gonna have to use simpler terms with Misha.
Oh, well, I refer to the simple factors of you seeming to pursue the pleasures of flesh in all regards.
Yeah.
Such as...
Are you saying if those things are connected?
Well, yes. You seem to have a seeking of cardinal fascinations, enjoyments of food, alcohol, an adrenaline rush for combat, and and he just kind of like starts listing all the things he's seen you do, like running into danger, alcohol, the enjoyment of excessive cooking and eating.
As Vin lists off all of these things, he nods along in rapt attention. Before when he finally stops, he places a hand over his empty chest and is just gonna say, "Nah, what you saying? That I'm some sort of adrenaline junkie?" I mean, you'd be right, of course, but
Well, not exactly adrenaline, but I wonder perhaps you have a lust for the virtues of life because perhaps there is something missing.
You know, and as he's walking, he kind of he typically I'm trying to think, does he is weird because sometimes he talks with his hands and other times he really doesn't at fucking all. And I think in this situation, his hands are just slack at his sides as he walks, and I think he says, well, I will say one thing's for sure is that before all of this had befallen me, I can say I was at least a little bit different. Though I admit it's a little bit hard to remember exactly everything. I mean, I do, for the most part. The big parts of, like, obviously I remember my parents. I remember my old party. But some of the finer details are a little bit lost on me, I must admit. But, well, he kind of thinks for a little bit longer. Might I ask, what caused this curiosity?
More or less, I was just pondering upon the dynamics of our group.
Dynamics.
Well, in the sense of the personalities of everyone here.
Yeah.
Well,
What have you noticed so far? I'm curious.
Well, as I was mentioning with you, your seeming lust for adrenaline, as you put it, and other sensations of life.
Oh, no, me. I already know about me. I'm wondering what you picked up from the other ones.
Could not help notice Apricity's, how shall we put this, coldness towards myself and Rita of late.
Don't worry. She only warms up to only so many people as so many times, and I find that can tend to change at the drop of a hat. I admit, though, I do like her petulance. It's fun. Exciting.
Indeed. I have also noticed Alyssa seems to be the, shall we say, moral compass of this group at the moment.
Yeah, I would say so.
And strangely uncomfortable with many.
Wow. I can't say I've too much experience with the pious type. They and I have always been a little bit at odds, but can't say one thing. Considering that she is a part of the Church of Chastity, well, I mean, if we're talking virginity in the truest sense, that's probably why she's as intolerant to most things.
Perhaps. Obviously, Sarah's...
But again, the pious types are all sorts of repressed in so many different ways. That's what makes them also pretty fun to play around with.
And I have noticed, though, Shathur is a competent smith and steadfast fellow at times. He does have a bit of a smoldering temper underneath, it would seem.
Mm-hmm.
Impatience as well.
Since we're gossiping, if I may, I have a theory about that. And he kind of like, they were already talking at, I think, relative ease, volume, trailing a little bit behind, or I guess in this case with Angel up front with the group, but I think he gets in closer and kind of leans down a little bit conspiratorially, and he just says, if you ask me, frankly, I think his work is the only thing that's preventing him from burning everything down in a 10-mile radius.
Ben just kind of looks over towards where Shathera is. A distinct possibility, I must admit.
Remember, he's technically one of those ice types that I'm not too fond of. Of course, he's a lot more fun than a lot of them, but I can't help but notice that with every strike of that hammer across that anvil of his, it's like, he kind of snaps to himself in thought. It's kind of like lightning grounded. I'm so ever curious to see what happens if he were to, I don't know, lose one of those things. Would he end up going crazy, going mad? Would he hurt somebody?
I suppose if someone took it, he would hurt the perpetrator.
Oh, probably. Or maybe he'd be able to make another. He seems skilled enough for the type. Skill. Seems to care a lot about competence, too.
Indeed. As most people in these sort of situations should, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do so, but if you ask me, I'm just more concerned with having fun, which I guess means that your observations about me were correct, Ben. I'm flattered.
Ben just kind of blinks for a moment. You are welcome? He says, kind of a little confused at that.
He smiles at that. But, well, I admit, I am a little bit of a, let's say, dramatic soul. Your observations, well, not only are they not unfounded, but I would say they are rather accurate as well. I've always been, well, had a certain vigor about myself. But recent events have certainly made the most of it. Made it better or worse, depending on who you ask. But, assuming that everything goes my way, hopefully it'll become a bit more manageable.
I see.
Angel will almost go silent for a solid 30 seconds. And when I think you might detect the lull of conversation, he adds a small thing. And I think he'll say, you know, it actually hurts. Like, quite a lot. That I think I've told.
Sorry. No, you were just gonna say, I assume you mean the gaping hole in your chest.
The very same. No, but the others already know that. I've mentioned it to them before. But it's not just the pain that is the problem, really. It doesn't just hurt, it also aches, actually. It's sort of like... Say, if I asked you to think about something right now, what would you think of?
In reference to what?
Let's say... Let's say Why, you're a similarly crafty type. Let's say, let's say you have a hole in your shield. For the sake of continuity, and he points between his chest hole to your shield, back and forth.
Indeed.
Let's say that every now and then you remember, or even better, since you seem to be quite the doer, you just say to yourself, I'm gonna patch this hole as soon as the sun falls. I'm a lot like that, really. Except, it's not every night or morning, I guess. It's more like every hour, or actually every minute, I think. Patch the hole, patch the hole, patch the hole, patch the hole. About as frequent as my heartbeat, really. So I guess it's actually less than a minute. I can't remember much. To be completely honest, I hardly remember what happened even just 2 weeks ago with a lot of everybody here. I can say one thing though. One thing I cannot forget is that reminder.
I could see it being difficult to forget. May I suggest something?
Sure.
Have you ever thought of cybernetics?
Cybernetics?
Basically, have you ever thought of someone to actually repair the hole? Perhaps using mechanical means.
Oh, actually, this is a fun one. I want to show you something. And Angel will, for the sake of demonstration, and because he has positively no chill, he will kind of reach into the cavity. And for the sake of this, he's going to just begin to kind of push his thumb into it. But where, frankly, maybe normal flesh wouldn't give, his does. And there's suddenly an indent in the side of the cavity of the center of his chest. And to make it worse, when he pulls his thumb away, he uses his pointer to pull some of it away, and plucks out a piece of his chest flesh. And you can see before your very eyes that it squirms and moves before it almost explodes in on itself and turns into something more ashen or watery. Not sure really between the both. And the part that he had ripped away just floods back in. And he says, unfortunately, it's a little bit deeper than any regular wound. It's almost like, well, I mentioned this to one of the others. It feels less like a wound to my body and more like something deeper.
Storm.
There it is.
Oh.
It seems as though whatever I heal or do, it retains its shape. It's as if I was made like this, but, well, unfortunately, you aren't born this ugly. And he reaches up and rakes his coiled green, quote-unquote, hair between his fingers.
So you are saying you did not look like that before your... Yeah, my brain just went blank on the word I was going for. Affliction.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was tall and dark before as well, but handsome. Well, I fear that was something I lost.
Storm. Question. If you're talking back to me, Storm, I
Yeah.
can't hear. Oh, there you go. Would Ben be able to make a sort of check that would be able to identify, like, the fact that he pulled a chunk of himself out and then it disappeared and regrew? That seems like either dimensional or it's obviously magical in nature, right? But would Ben be able to make a check to see if he can kind of identify possibly what sort of magical effect that might be occurring in that?
Check. It's a fairly high DC.
Yeah, he will cast Enhance Ability on himself since he has that ability before he makes his check.
Wait, sorry?
Hmm?
Oh, wait. Sorry. I thought something was asked of me for a second. I was like, oh.
No.
No, I was just casting Enhance Ability to give myself advantage since, Ben would do that before beginning his analysis.
Okay. I
Hey.
love that I'm still limping along with 1 HP.
Okay. Nope.
No. You're not quite able to tell what exactly is going on.
It's a fascinating experiment. Perhaps Tess may be able to help isolate the scenario that is occurring.
Yeah, well, if you ever want to get up close and personal, all you gotta do is ask.
Perhaps when I have the proper equipment.
Perhaps when you do.
And he will happily continue, even going as far as whistling a tiny little tune as he clears the way for the rest of the group.
In any case, that's out of my end.
Okay. You guys travel along the 10 days, encountering a few disturbances along the way. You guys get attacked by a few billets. That you guys managed to dispatch without too much of an issue. No one got grievously hurt or anything, but definitely was something along the way that would have to be dealt with since they were a bit aggressive. You travel along another few days, and during the night you are ambushed by a pack of displacer beasts. That too also dealt with. A few close moments with perhaps Alyssa, but she's able to keep herself healthy while you guys take down the displacer beasts, and eventually one of them, the remaining one, decides to hold on to its life and flees.
I know this was a skip battle, but are we allowed to harvest?
Sure.
Ben, I guess, well, I mean... Judah, you got survival, don't you?
I do.
Because Ben would ask you if he could get the pelt of the displacer beast, because that's a prime magic ingredient.
Only because it's been so nice to him. He'll do it. 19.
Yeah, you're able to carve up some displacer beast pelt. About 15 pounds of it.
I'll put that in my sheet. That is something you can build displacer cloaks with.
Angel, you can take your long rest. Everyone should take their long rest.
Hell yeah. Wait, that is giving myself inspiration. Wrong button. Okay. Here we go.
At 115 pounds, that's a bit heavy.
Interesting. Okay. Throughout the journey, you would have seen Alyssa try to speak with Kazaros. In the first 2 days, you would have probably seen her like maybe go up to him. She says a few words, and he seems immediately annoyed and kind of asks her to leave him alone. She would try to attempt the next day, but it seems to have lingered since the day before, and she leaves him be. Throughout, I guess, more of the middle half of the journey, she attempts to talk to him again and eventually apologizes for touching a nerve. And he seems to open up a little bit more, and they talk. And throughout the latter half of the journey, it seems like they talk for some time. Her learning more about his past and his actions and everything, and she does the same with Aleph, except Aleph is a little bit more open with her. So there's not really any issues when it comes to them two talking along their journey. But you'll eventually make your way towards the cathedral. Unless anyone had anything along that. But if not, I will fast forward to the cathedral.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Okay. You guys would have received. Let me check in the map. I think it's 10 days. Yeah, 10 days of downtime. So about 80 hours.
How I forget what's the marker for downtime exactly?
There's a
was
downtime
that,
tab
sorry?
on the very right of your character sheet.
Do I add 80 to the progress?
Yeah, add 80 to
Okay.
I think if
Should
you
be out of 1,000.
hover over it and hit plus 80, it should go to 160, I believe.
I think it was 2 sessions ago that I started this. Is there any more progress that I can add, or is this like in total of the journey and whatnot?
It's basically when you guys started it, I think like you guys had just traveled. I think it should be accurate.
Okay.
You guys haven't had too much travel downtime.
Okay.
I could double check. I think Heath has been accurately tracking his.
I have.
Yeah, then whatever Heath's
s-
is, mine would be, since we're doing the same thing or we're training together.
Wait, what was Heath's?
Heath is at 114.
100.
Oh, okay. Then I should probably be
Oh.
there as well.
I was at 112 and I just added 80 to get to 192. Oh wait, no,
Ben
Heath
hasn't
wouldn't be
added.
there because
He hasn't added the 80.
So
isn't Heath behind because he swapped characters, or did we just?
No,
No, I
he
gave him the
got that
downtime.
Okay.
that finishes my draconic.
Oh,
And
fuck
gives
yeah.
me 10. That gives me 10 towards my next.
How many languages do you have now?
I'm gonna delete Draconic because it's done. We're gonna add it. As soon as I'm fluent, is there anything cute that Alyssa says or does?
Yeah, she would have when you guys kind of complete. Oh, that just about covers everything that I think. You know, a majority of the language. Maybe a few missed things that perhaps I may have forgotten, but it's probably niche. You don't really need to remember. You did really well.
You have been an absolutely incredible teacher. I feel like I learned incredibly quickly with your guidance.
Oh, it's okay. And her tail kind of swishes back and forth.
She's so cute. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's my 9th language, boys.
That is actually insane.
I love this game. Anyway, can I have 10 towards my second language, and can I make the same argument that it's as easy for me to learn the next one if I can find someone to teach a language to me that I don't have?
Not gonna lie to you, Carly. My next.
Teach
Oh, sorry, you're saying? At Storm.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to find someone who'd be willing to teach in that time.
Ooh.
Yeah. What languages does Alyssa know?
I think you covered basically all her languages. It'd be a celestial, common draconic
it already.
celestial.
Okay.
You could ask one of the boys.
Shark smile.
I don't think we have enough time with them to learn a whole new language. What languages do they know?
Olive
enough time.
knows
Oh, hit them. Okay.
Ignan and
Yeah, because we're
And
dropping them
Forge.
off.
Kazarus knows Dwarvish, Infernal, Ignan, and Forged.
Yeah, I don't have, like, any of those.
Thur also knows those for the most part, I think.
I don't want to take away from your downtime is the problem. That's why I did it with Alyssa. Because you'd have to spend
makes
your downtime
sense.
teaching me.
Yeah, it'd be half your downtime teaching.
Ironically, if you were in good opportunities with Rita speaks all the languages Ben speaks.
Actually, speaking
Rita
of,
being a teacher to her Prissity is such a funny concept.
It's
I've
like
been
those
traveling
really. Sorry, go ahead.
What are you trying to say, Josh?
No, it's good. No, it's
No,
good.
fuck you. Talk.
I was just gonna say I've been traveling with Ben and Rita for more than a week now, right?
Yeah, quite a bit more actually
Yeah.
at this point.
Do they? How
Well,
often
at
do
the
they
time.
speak Forged? Like just typically day to day.
To the pair of them together?
Yeah.
I mean, generally they. How often would they speak Forged? I mean, generally they only speak Forged when they're communicating with each other, like, and not
Yeah,
wanting anyone else to be like listening in. Otherwise, they would consider it rude to speak Forged to a bunch of people who can't understand them.
I'm just wondering if, like, okay, because Sereth doesn't know this, but I do. I'm wondering if Wanderlust would have kicked in at all at any point during this week.
Wanderlust?
Which I just linked. Yeah.
Increased by 10 feet. Additionally, you can learn and speak and understand a language either only a week of exposure to the other speaking it.
I think it depends on how much they speak it, because like
Because he'd stick by them, which is the only reason why I bring up Forge specifically.
I mean, basically, Ben and Rita would talk to Forge when they're talking to each other in the party, like behind, just having a private conversation. So if you're sticking with them, like close enough to hear, yeah, that'd count. I like during the travel
and
time.
like eavesdropping as well on, even though they are speaking in a private language, I assume that they wouldn't be like out loud. Obviously, they'd be polite about it. So I feel there's an element of kind of like half eavesdropping at that point. And
Which
whether
I
or
don't
not-
think he'd do.
I mean,
I was just wondering
I
if
guess
they
the
just
thing with
used it, like,
Wanderlust
casually.
is, if you're trying to cheat the system, I'm like, does your character know he has this ability?
No, he doesn't. Which is
Okay.
like, but the thing is that's why I bring up, like, if he hears it in passing, as long as it's a week straight, then he learns the language.
It seems like it would be really helpful if we ever find ourselves in a situation where we're in like a quote unquote foreign land, or even frankly,
If
just like
If we found ourselves in
Sorry,
the
go
Underdark
ahead.
for a week, for example.
If you
If that
end-
same thing is holding true, would you be able to learn Draconic? Because if you were hearing Apricides and
I don't think he'd be hanging out with them though while they're doing that. Is the thing. That's kind of like their
I mean, what do you? Here's a question: would
And
Shather
it's not like
talk?
they're.
Oh.
It's not like they're having those conversations out loud either. Like,
Ah,
Melissa's
right.
probably
That would be
speaking
all
out
in their
loud,
head,
but
yeah, because the person can't respond.
soulfully
That's-
staring into each other's eyes. Also, Storm's also trying to say something as well.
You would pick up a language if you stay in a city for like a week.
Yeah.
Whatever the second natural language would be in that city, you'd probably be able to pick it up.
Okay. Alrighty.
First or second,
Because most of the cities are like they're either theme based or they have a racial capital. And then if it is a racial capital like Empress's Port, which is Asimar, you'd pick up Celestial. Not that I don't know if you already have it, but you do. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't matter.
But if you went to another city and stayed there for like a week, you'd definitely pick up the native tongue.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, you guys travel for the 10.
I have 10 hours of downtime for my next thing. I just don't know what that is, so I'm gonna mark it on my sheet because I would have finished 10 hours shy. Like I would have finished Draconic 10 hours shy of the 80 hours that you're giving us.
You can like get a bit of progress in with. I mean, I don't know if you would speak to Kazarus, and I don't know if he'd speak to you, but if you had asked Alice,
No, I'm probably gonna try and steal one of Alyssa's skills. What skills does she have?
she has Arcana, History, Performance, Religion.
Okay, there's none there that I want that I don't already have. Why is my performance rolling on int? What did I do here?
You might have clicked on it, and
Well, you probably made me do a performance with int at some
I
point,
might
and
have.
I just never
I
changed
might
it back. Okay, but yeah, I'm just gonna call it 10 hours of something and then try and figure out, like, if I'm training a feat or doing something, we can sort that out after this game.
oh, good. Alrighty. You guys eventually make it towards the me getting notes. Back to the Grand Cathedral. To those of you, most of you, a familiar sight. To the rest, you would find the kind of. Do you guys stop at the inn, or do you make your way just straight to the cathedral?
Well, I would assume straight to the cathedral, if only to drop off our prisoners.
Okay.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
You make your way up through the yard. And
You get to look at women again.
we love women.
Let's fucking go.
You make your way across the porcelain white stoned bridge towards the cathedral that stands about a few hundred feet tall. The waterfalls continue echoing throughout the valley, and to those of you who have not experienced the front, you would see the the dozen of temple guards, each cloaked in armor with colors and religious symbols of one of the 6 gods. Each of the 6 would stand on either side of the path, flanked on the opposite by their identical partner. And each carries their preference of weapons that radiate with an aura of power. As you kind of make your way across and into the atrium, you find yourselves in the incense that kind of overpowers you with mixed fragrances. And it's a very serene and calming kind of environment that you find yourselves in. The fountain that lies in the center depicts a woman with various religious markings on her face. And on the golden plaque it reads Chaste. Do I have the interior? Yeah.
Oh
It's Dinky.
Oh,
And
yes.
Pinky.
God, they've just been chilling in here this whole time.
They had to go somewhere.
Things got so bad they converted to chaste.
After what after what Tim saw, not surprising.
Yeah.
As you make your way in, an attendant, one of the priestesses, comes up towards you, and she greets you. She seems to be wearing this kind of white priestly robe, very demure, covering herself up. She gives a kind of a bow towards the lot of you and acknowledges Alyssa, who Alyssa acknowledges back. Welcome to the Grand Cathedral of Chaste. It seems that you all have returned, and we've been waiting for you. Shall I go retrieve the head priestess now, or did you want some time just to relax for a moment?
Well,
Do we need to hand them off to her directly?
Who?
I think it would only
Sorry,
be respectful.
Chithur is addressing I guess, Alyssa at this point.
I mean, I haven't really handled something like this before, so I'm not exactly sure on the protocol of what to do with, captives?
Well,
Chithur will nod and then turn. Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, he's just saying. Well, I think it's only respectful to contact the lady at the house.
I believe she would know how to handle their incarceration.
Mm.
The priestess nods. I will retrieve the high priest straight away. She takes her leave. Well, this certainly is what I expected, but also not what I expected at the same time. It's quite interesting.
Well, get used to it. You live here now.
See, here's the thing. I don't think we'd be ending up walking around freely in the halls. If anything, we'll see. I don't exactly know what the consequences of what we did will land us here. I know
Oh,
it'd
I'm
certainly be
sure.
better than.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I know it'd certainly be better than ending up with the Chimeras. I know that for. You were saying?
He was just gonna say, "Oh, I'm sure you'll mop these floors at some point."
Mm-hmm.
See, that
And
seems like a waste of my talents.
I'm sure if you are both very good boys, you'll be able to walk around freely, at least within certain bounds. But you've got to be on your best behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Been
We're
on
gonna
my
make.
best behavior this whole week and a half.
Yes, you've been a very good boy.
Alright, you
The
just
person he
cut
says with
that
a
out,
smile.
Missy.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna make
If you go
a
along
man
with
of
that,
faith
they're
out
gonna
of
be
you.
into it.
Sorry,
that.
one at a time. Lion first. I think I heard Judah, but
I just said, "Oh, if you keep going along with that, they're gonna start getting into it."
a Persity gives Shithar a wink. Says nothing else.
Go ahead, Judah.
What, and get these two in trouble? She would never do that.
a Persity gives Angel a wink.
Just flashes a smile back. Alright, well. Are you two ready to become men of faith? Or of a different faith, I must say.
I was about to say we already were. I mean, talking to others has opened my eyes to quite a lot of things, and perhaps I took things in a more vengeful way for my actions. Perhaps I'm willing to open my heart to something new.
Uh-huh.
I can't speak on behalf of Casarus there, who seems rather grumpy, but I'm sure he much would rather this option than the latter.
Does Kaz look grumpy?
He has I mean, you can roll me an insight check.
All right. I'm not good at these, but a Persity doesn't actually gaff. I'm just looking surface level, I guess.
It's literally
He's
same.
like, he has a straight expression on his face. He seems to just be taking the sights in, like, and just observing. Other than that, you can't really tell. This is an interesting work of architecture indeed. But if my information is correct on what I've learned about this cathedral, I do not believe that we will be staying within these halls specifically. Much rather the archive. Oh, that bunch of... fuck.
Yeah, that's what
That was the
officially
library.
said. If y'all just be on your best behavior, maybe things will change a little bit.
Well, considering most of the men of faith here are placed within the archive, I believe our work will be very different from the priestesses here.
No, I'm sure.
I, for one, have no problem perusing through halls of religious texts. I quite look forward to it, should they permit that to me at some point. Yeah, but I think you're the only one between the two of us who enjoy that sort of thing. I'm gonna be fucking bored out of my mind.
Don't worry. if you ever find yourself getting bored enough, well, there's one singular perk to being a man of faith. And that is, every now and then, and he covers his mouth on the side, specifically of where Alyssa is standing. Every now and then, you get cheat days, and you get to choose whenever you want to take them. What? The gods are
Olive raises
forgiven?
an eyebrow.
The gods are forgiven. You know, who's to say that you have to? Who's to say that you have to express chaste 100% of the time?
We'll see.
Hmm.
As you finish the conversation, the head priestess, Salnea, eventually makes her way towards the lot of you. Flanked behind her is the priestess who you had spoken with. And I will show her art for Josh, who has not seen her. And just a reminder as for...
Let's go, women!
Valid.
Let's see. As she approaches the lot of you, so welcome back. She seems to look over towards Seraphiel. Anyone who would like to can roll me an insight check.
Hell yeah.
I'll do it, but only because Angel's checking her out technically right now. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
I hate this fucking character.
Damn, she rolled low. Lol. Everyone can actually see this. There seems to be a look of recognition towards Seraph.
Clock it.
It is
Well,
a... Oh, go ahead.
I might be mistaken, but do I sense some sort of history?
She looks over towards you and then back at Seraph. It is a pleasure to see you all again within these halls, and to meet you once again, Seraphiel.
Kind of tilts his head a little bit. I believe I'm at something of a disadvantage.
Ah, I see. This is the third time that this is the case.
The touch what?
Are you implying
Us
that?
meeting...
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was just, are you implying that Sereth has lost his memories thrice before?
Twice.
No, thrice in total, I guess we have to say, yeah.
But I do not recollect if that has been more of the case. It's... From what I've known and from what I've spoken to him, it has been 2 instances.
Hi, priestess. Perhaps you can confirm a theory of mine.
Hmm.
He carries an omen, does he not?
He does indeed.
Which one?
Seraphiel carries the... And she closes her eyes for a moment, and you see the staff kind of light up. The eyes of the kind of the owl staff light up for a moment, and her eyes open up once again. He carries the omen of lust.
Persidy looks at Sereth and kind of like, told you so, like, just like a kind of smile on her face.
I figured as
suppose
much.
I suppose I learned this before. Twice before.
Man, I
No,
wish I
you-
learned it.
Actually did not have the omen when we last met.
Oh.
That's a recent occurrence. Okay.
Is his undead nature also a recent occurrence?
His undead-like nature has been persistent since I have known him.
The last
Very
two
interesting.
times we met, how long ago was that?
The last time we met was 3 years ago,
Okay.
and before that was only less than a year.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do
Hi-
you remember what I was doing around that time?
The last time we had met, you had offered your assistance in escorting a few priestesses on their mission to cleanse an area of shadow, in which your celestial aura had helped during that time.
Celestial.
A knight of faith. There are those who worship the gods generally can exhibit an aura of protection. Usually helps with a whole lot of things.
Right.
She is referring to aura of protection.
Right.
Paladin
Which,
aura.
yeah, I forgot about that one.
Which he doesn't have yet, so apparently when he
Yeah,
dies,
Which
he
you don't
D-levels. We're playing old school rules, guys.
God damn.
Query. I'm curious to know, when Sereth met you the previous 2 times without his memory, are you aware of his having a death-like experience before each time?
Yes. That is something that we had encountered. Or at least from what he had explained and what he remembered when waking up.
Then it would be an assumption to make that each time Sereth perishes, he is brought back but loss of all memories of what occurred.
We had tried getting answers for him when he had asked us, but his memory is too clouded. Some sort of mental barrier that we aren't able to dispel. We tried a few different means to unveil his memories, but mostly to no avail.
I have seen it. It is messy. I tried to peer in his mind myself.
It is a maelstrom of thoughts and clouded thoughts that proves difficult to perceive.
Yes, and if you had to be on the receiving end of it, I am sorry for you, and I understand your pain. She says, like, putting her paw to her chest.
She waves her hand dismissively. It did not bother me. I've dealt with a lot more difficult matters. But what I did uncover, or what we did uncover, was that you are inflicted with some sort of powerful celestial curse, but not from the gods themselves. We tried our best to remove it, but whatever is afflicting you is far powerful than something we are able to dispel.
My, oh my. We have a civilization then.
It
That's
is
exciting.
somewhat troubling, but I'll take any information at this point, so thank you. I do appreciate it.
Those were the exact words you said to me the last 2 times.
Good to see that that hasn't changed much.
She nods.
So basically what you're saying is his personality at least remains consistent?
It seems so.
Hi, Priestess. If I could trouble you with another curiosity.
You may.
Is that one also an omen?
She says, pointing to Ben. Or like gesturing her head at him, I guess. She's dog form.
She looks over towards him, and there is a. She closes her eyes, and there's another flash of the staff. That one is not an omen.
Curious.
Yeah.
I would have bet money on the opposite. Thank you.
Actually, then that leaves only one other. And he points directly at Rita.
That would be hilarious if I made my fucking...
That'd be so funny. She also says that Reader is not an omen.
It would have been a good bait and switch, though. He's like on a level.
Yeah, no, I thought like that would have been great having my construct as the omen. I had thought about it.
Oh, well, unfortunate. We actually have some normal ones around us. Other than, of course, you, Alyssa. He makes
what?
the motion of pinching her cheek. He's not actually touching her. He's not even close to her, but he makes that motion anyways, as if he was.
What about me?
You're normal, sweetheart.
Oh,
She is far from normal. She is exceptional.
Apricity gives you like a dirty look, like.
speaking
To
of
that
Alyssa,
stage of the friendship.
and as her name is spoken by the head priestess, she like, a little startled, she stands a little straighter, looks over towards the high priestess. How is your pilgrimage going? She hesitates at first, but then she takes in a deep breath. Then she kind of steals her resolve and looks over towards the high priestess. It has opened my eyes to a lot of the pain and suffering that many people throughout this land go through, that I haven't really experienced before this point. Well, before I met a lot of you all. It's definitely eye-opening, and I want to thank you for allowing me to go on my pilgrimage with a lot of them. I've learned a lot. There's the high priestess looks over towards you, towards her. Anyone who can roll me. Anyone who wants to can roll an insight check.
Oh yes,
I'm
the
great at
fuck
things.
I do.
Are you? Can I roll over a 10 tonight?
Oh, I stopped gaffing. No.
It was an
Sarah,
hallucination.
you are the only one who notices that she seems impressed with how far Alyssa has come. No one else.
A 19 doesn't catch it? Okay, queen.
When I already had done her deception check and it was a 20 when I had rolled it.
This is Apricity
You were
song
one
to
off.
never gaff again.
Yeah, literally. Apricity's like, I want the tea, and they just.
Same.
Go on up, unfortunately.
I'm gonna write that down and hold on to it.
Alyssa, your mom's proud of you.
Yeah.
Do you wish to continue your journey with these people? I think so, yes. If she turns towards everyone else. If
It's
you
not
all
even a
still-
question.
Yeah, what can I say? You're part of the family now.
Sorry, I
She's
did
smart,
not mean
though.
to interrupt you. It is so not a question that you didn't even need to utter it.
She nods and smiles at that. Thank you. She then turns towards the two. What were you gonna say, Josh?
Yeah, Seraph was just gonna say something like, your presence has been something of a comfort, and I can't imagine a campfire without you around it.
Her tail like squishes back and forth, and she like looks down, and her face goes red. I appreciate the sentiments. Thank you, all of you.
You
Wouldn't be
are
the same
so
without
cute when
If you don't mind me, I'm going to make a few prayers to.
She needs to do her Hail
you.
Marys.
Little dragon swing.
She's having impure thoughts.
As she wanders off before she dies of embarrassment.
Um,
Go ahead.
no, so Ben. So we have handed off our 2 prisoners to you then.
I was about to mention them. Prisoners, you say?
They are the ones responsible, I believe, for the quest you had sent the others on.
Right. I see. Before you decide your punishment for us, we have been under dutiful guidance among with your lovely priestess, Alyssa. I wouldn't say that perhaps entirely have paid for our mistakes, but we're not going to go about causing any trouble anymore. Right, Casarus? Correct. I see. But I believe that judgment falls upon the gods and what they deem right for you to judge your souls on. That is fair.
Ben just kind
Go
of
ahead.
raises his hand.
Yes.
May I make a suggestion?
Go on.
Since these 2 have committed a sin, rather than punishment, though obviously thing, they should perhaps have their talents used to fixing and correcting other issues.
That was. Sorry, wrong voice. That was along my lines of thinking. Should they be deemed worthy of staying here and repenting at the cathedral? But judgment needs to be passed on them first. They have committed terrible atrocities for the sake of one of the element Calypso, and those atrocities usually must be judged firmly.
Ben kind of just nods his head. I see. Very well. In any case, Ben just kind of looks over at the rest of the group. Is there a shop in this town with this cathedral?
There is not, but other than general supplies, what do you seek?
At the moment, I was hoping to acquire materials and tools for some of my creations, but if the limitations of the town is low, then I shall wait till we head to our next locale.
Depending
I
on
could
what
cra-
you are looking for, perhaps it is something we can provide.
I can also craft a few things for you.
Ben looks over. Perhaps I shall see if I can get the specifications then, Shatha.
He nods. But regardless, is there any other news from the gods for us? Any more missions we've been sent on? Or should we continue on our way?
We're still
I
heading
believe you. Go ahead.
I was just asking. We're still heading towards the Hag's place, right? With the note we had?
Yes, that is our current thing,
Yeah.
which is why Shithar added, or should we continue as they were?
May I ask, confirming my divinations, where your journey leads you currently?
I got a date with a hag.
He would say the name of the town, I just can't remember it.
We're going
Glass Hollow. Glass Hollow.
Glass
Sorry.
Hollow? Which one's Glass Hollow
Yeah.
on this map again?
Last
It
Hollow
is
Priestess.
up north.
Is it the GI? Or GL?
The GL.
I thought
Yeah.
there was an I, that's why I was confused.
Then my divinations and conversations with Lyfela remain true. Yes. There is a disturbance there that your attention will probably serve to aid God's plan. In fact, the nature of what you covered so far seems to align very closely to something that has been causing a disturbance amongst the gods. Pray tell, what did you find in regards to your last venture? What was the cause of, besides those two? Was there something else?
There was some mastermind behind their plan. Been providing them the tools to get started.
Yeah, some Lord C, if I remember correctly.
Same one who was providing the church or the cult with something.
We had looked into this individual when you had spoken to us last time, and we came up with no records, no divinations either. We were not able to scry his whereabouts. Whoever this is has taken great lengths to veil themselves as to who they are and what they have been doing, other than what you have uncovered. But as per my contact with the Celestials of Bindra, you had destroyed something, correct?
A furnace that transferred magical powers.
The wood that powered it. That was what he provided.
Interesting.
I mean, you're
Yes,
already
I-
aware of who these two had worshipped, right? And he points at the boys.
Yes, there was mention that the individuals involved worshipped Skolvaza.
Making sure. Oh yeah, the furnace, all sorts of soul and metal machinations that were, putting together all these things inside of this Wellspring Wells. Prepared for something big, something dangerous.
When I had spoken to Pyreniath, who was overseeing your venture, they had mentioned that the catalyst that you had destroyed, when it was destroyed, something primeval disappeared. A presence, an aura, blinked out. That primeval presence was an essence of creation, similar to that of what you had found from those
The staff?
seeds and the staff, correct?
Is that a good
This is
thing?
no, it is not. Your path currently seems to be leading you towards the forgotten primeval gods. Gods that were the ones who were in control before the current pantheon had dispatched of them. These gods were not benevolent. Their remnants continue to be scattered throughout the realm. You were saying something?
What led to their downfall?
The 6 gods rose up and defeated each one. But with each defeat, each one laid terrible curses upon the gods. Those that have persisted throughout this very day. She looks towards the lot of you. What you are currently dealing with, and I assume that this would continue onwards, is this individual who has been uncovering portions of the dead primeval gods. These artifacts are powerful and dangerous. So far, creation and destruction itself is cause for concern. When one invokes or conjures magic, usually there's a transfer of energy. Something that you perhaps need rest to recover. It's a give and take. It doesn't come from nothing. Usually, artifacts of creation, be it a surplus of energy residing within those artifacts, or perhaps whether through straight endless creation itself, that is something that continues to grow and grow. And that power can be used very.
So sort of like normally there's a limit, and for whatever reason with this weird sort of energy, it's limitless.
Correct.
And even better, the icing on top of the cake is that it apparently comes from some downright evil gods. That's what I'm catching.
I wouldn't. In the time, perhaps. Evil, I don't know if this is the right word. From our teachings and our religious texts, they were more forces of nature, but they did not regard life on the various planes as life to be nurtured. They were simply things that were created by them, or things that needed to be recycled into what they thought was their rule of law.
Alright. Old gods bordering on senile then. Got it.
Something like that. Whereas the current pantheon, they regard mortal life as something to nourish and cherish. And of course, there are various dark gods that have remained sequestered in their separate domains that seek to corrupt the lives of the mortal realm. Those remain underground influences that have been pushed back time upon time again.
And I guess that makes you kind of wonder, don't it? I can imagine suppressing, even killing a god, but to suppress nature, maybe that's why
What are
everything's
you
bubbling
referring
up.
to?
Well, I'm just thinking the way that you're talking about these primordial beings, let's call them. They feel more not important or relevant. They just feel, well, let's say more passionate or more even baseless in comparison to the other gods. I guess I imagine them being a little bit harder to say forget or oppose. I mean, can you oppose the air that goes through your lungs? Discounting certain folks, and he looks at the forged.
Their magic lingers through what they have done. The primeval god of creation created the land in which all of us walk on, the seas, whatnot. And when they fell, their body created the remnant mountains, carved the shape of the earth. Their essence scattered amongst various realms, left artifacts surging with that sort of magic. But where the god of creation created, there needed to be a canvas. Thus, the god of destruction needed to destroy it all to break it down. That was the reason for their fall. They had no regard for the creations, for lives.
Until the new gods, stopped them?
Indeed.
Or what is... Okay, just making sure I got the lore right. Which leads me back to my original claim. I wonder how effective it truly is to kill something that's down to our very base. Creation and destruction. That's a big domain to suppress, don't you think?
I I think their energies continue to flow throughout the world regardless. I don't think that killing them suppressed much of it rather than their intention.
What does everybody else think? Oh, so interesting. Might have to consider becoming the academic type for this.
Hey, you wouldn't mind. Or did we turn back in our books? Or do we have the books still with
I
us?
think we did.
You guys
every-
did.
Buddy, but Tim.
Oh, of course!
Because
Well,
Tim
Tim
Tim had
also
taken books
stole.
without. Yeah, Tim Tim has stolen books.
Yeah.
I love him.
Hey, wouldn't mind checking out a few books on him for the road.
The books for the primeval gods are something we do not lend out. In fact, the fact that I am indulging you all in this information is something that I urge you to keep to yourselves.
Wouldn't it be in our favor to know about them if we're going up somebody who is trying to invoke them?
You can read the books in our archives. You may not borrow them to take out of the cathedral grounds.
My Grand Priestess. Are you saying that you're sinning by telling us all of this?
Considering that you are going to simply uncover that information yourselves, I am simply giving you the necessary information to deal with the problems that you would be facing.
All right.
So most of the public don't know about these gods then.
Are we allowed
Much
to take notes and
information.
take those out?
I got a real bad
That
memory,
is-
Grand Priestess. Please understand.
Just safeguard that information.
Okay.
I'll keep it very close to my chest.
Keep it in your chest.
In fact, Alyssa can probably scribe for you. She has a method of keeping things concealed.
Oh yeah, we've seen it.
What was that?
You know, she
ring.
has like a little. I don't know what to call it.
She has a pocket space ring.
Oh yeah.
Love that for her. Why don't we have those?
Points at Angel's chest. It's a pocket. It's a space, and it's shaped like a ring.
But I do not wish to incur the wrath of Revan and the information that would be leaked outwards.
Wait, sorry. Repeat that sentence. My brain was not braining.
Sorry, what was that? Someone was
Oh.
speaking to me.
Oh no. Could you please repeat what she just said? I don't. Know
I
what
do
happened.
not wish to incur the wrath of Revan.
Got it.
Secrets like these, he are ones that him and Celestial go through great lengths to bury.
Secrets are safe with us, yeah.
Well then, before that, is there anything else we should know about him before we head off? Any warnings? You mentioned curses.
The curses that were laid upon the gods are quite a few. For example, there's a reason why the element Calypso cannot be banished from the mortal plane. And why the dragons... why there are only 8 of them. Right, and that is exactly... well, Scorvaza is, and what I learned the other element Calypso were trying to do, usher forth the Age of Dragons. Correct. The dragons were banished a long time ago. And the 8 remain are some of deity-like forces upon the world.
They also seem to feel a little bit closer to the whole forces of nature thing that you mentioned.
Other such things as, should you try to stray too far from the outer oceans of Castinia, you would be met with a barrier of which none can pass.
And who's responsible for
Alcon.
that?
The previous primeval gods, curses laid upon our continent. Curses placed upon our gods.
Say, you know what? I've never been to the border. Can you see anything on the other side?
Some say that is endless mists and a drop of the ocean that knows no bounds.
Yeah, boring. That's what they all say about uncharted lands.
But fortunately, those curses placed upon them are primeval in nature, and those wills are been incredibly hard, difficult to break.
I've broken worse things on accident, so I suppose it's only a matter of time before we figure it all out. Well, assuming that's actually within our directive. May I remind you that I do have a date with a hag. I just thought I'd make that clear.
Right. And it seems that Lyphala has taken particular interest in this location as well.
Ah, she's my sweetest of sweethearts, that one.
Is there anything else?
Anything else in your divinations about what we're up against that would be helpful?
Ooh, and any books. Last time your collection in regards to that of the Fae were a little bit disappointed, I must say.
I apologize. You may speak with the archive, the head of archives, and see if they can find you something better that suits your needs. As for the information regarding what exactly? The hag, or...
You said there was something up there the gods were interested in. Is it that hag or something else?
The gods have been interested in your journey and your uncovering of the remnants of primeval gods. I have reason to believe that perhaps the hag has something to do with that.
But no prophesized warnings for us.
None so far.
Suppose that's a good sign.
Well, I guess I
But
have a
you
bit
are
with an
still...
archivist first.
You are still several days from your destination, so the further away, the harder it is to divine a outcome.
If my mark is right, they probably already have some means of making that even harder for you.
Perhaps.
We handled the rest okay. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I have utmost belief in your capabilities. If that is everything, I will bid you all farewell. You two, follow me. And Seraphiel, I hope you find the root cause of what plagues your mind.
I do too. Thank you.
She nods.
It's a shame. I would have thought Alyssa would have wanted to be here to say her goodbyes.
I can lead them to her. And she'll start heading towards the direction of where Alyssa went. So, what do you all do for the meantime?
What time is it?
It would be like midday.
Angel would just, once the group is kind of back together or whatever, Angel would just say,
Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and visit that archivist. Anybody else is more than allowed and welcome to join me. And then I'm thinking we head out same day on the other way.
I was gonna take a visit to the archives myself.
Anybody else? Maybe even a certain language-savvy fox?
You can read on your own. I'm sure you're capable of it. I've not seen it, mind you, but I'm sure you have what it takes. You're a big, strong man.
What, you intimidated by some stairs, Sharon?
I have never walked a set of stairs in my life, and I'm not about to start now.
Then I guess we both of us ain't gonna see nothing new today.
I thought that was what the was for.
Yes, but it's always as simple as me just asking someone to pick me up. Usually people will, especially if they require me to read certain languages. Versity says, turning to Angel with a smile.
Sorry. I guess I just assumed a nutty type would like the books.
I like books on things that interest me. I am not interested in whatever you are. But I will read to you, if you would like me to. But you are carrying me up the flight of stairs and to a store later. I require to purchase something. Deal?
Deal. But you're gonna have to be careful with that first part. Unfortunately for you, out of everybody else here, I'm your closest relative.
I am not going to think about that any longer than I already have.
Well, ain't you
And you
lucky?
see like a notable look of like Studlock for a minute where she's like, is that true? Like,
Oh my god, I think it's true.
yeah.
Well, ain't you lucky? You're about to get some books, so you don't gotta think at all.
Never mind. I no longer want you to carry me. Serath, would you mind taking me up those stairs?
I don't see why not. It's not like I'm doing anything else anyway.
I appreciate it. And if there's anything you would like me to read, you can have it for free. Angel will not.
He does like a little like, oh man, snap.
And she'll like go sit at Sarah's feet, waiting for him to like pick her up.
He'll do so, and then he'll like put her across both shoulders.
Yes, wear me like a scarf.
So you guys are heading towards the archive?
Yes.
Ben probably won't. There's nothing he would want to research.
Does anyone say anything to the two as they're about to leave?
Nope.
Angel already made it very explicitly clear that if they ever want to fuck in some dark corner of this cathedral,
my
that they are
God.
more than welcome to. That's the entire thing that he was saying earlier. So as far as he's concerned, that is all he ever needed to say.
Ben will just kind of look at them and wish them good luck.
Well, it has certainly been a pleasure. Oh, by the way, before we progress any further, do you mind taking these manacles, these locking contraptions off our hands, and unless you want to give her the key?
You know, I just realized something. If Shethir made these manacles, like, using their power, they might not have made a key for them.
Well, he had to get him on.
Well, yeah, but that's it. Like, if you made them unopened, then you just latch them, and then they would just be permanently locked. If you made them opened.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess he'll look to the main priestess lady for the thing. You want to keep him, or should I take him back?
Take them back. I have full confidence that I will be able to deal with any trouble they cause. Oh, you don't gotta say it like that, miss. We'll be on our best behavior. Ain't that right, Casmus?
He'll
Go
go ahead and unlatch him. Taking them both back, examining them, making sure they're like still working. We're like, I am going to have to give these a very deep talk.
You see him stretch his fingers and his hands and arms. They both do it. Oh my god, freedom is...
Right, like they must be so clammy.
Yep.
They were not breathable manacles.
well, we also had them so their fists were closed, so they couldn't cast any spells, so...
Yeah. So, does anyone here know prestidigitation that Shithir would know of?
I believe.
Timton did,
Alyssa.
but
I do too.
there you go.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you
Would
used it.
Shithir
Yeah.
know that though?
Shithir- Ben knows
It's
it.
alright. It's alright, Chateau. I'll clean him for you.
He will hold out his hand.
They'll
I
drop
think he's
them in
used
your
it to
hand.
clean his armor before.
Angel will take the manacles. He will take out his flask. He will undo it, and he will pour the contents of the flask over it.
On the
It's just-
cathedral floor?
It's just smelly as fuck alcohol. It's
Yep,
very
that's
potent.
just what you want in that's just what you want in the place of chastity. Is the place to smell like really cheap alcohol.
I think.
And sweat.
Don't worry, he'd only do it if nobody else is around.
I'll think.
And he's
I think
still
I'll
definitely doing it.
prestidigitate the fucking alcohol off the floor.
Oh, thank you for the assist.
Anytime.
Shithir just seeing him do that will be like, how about you just hand them to Sareth to finish it up?
Oh yeah, and you're probably gonna want those to dry out for a little bit. I'm afraid if you hand it directly to Chateau, it might catch fire.
I'm gonna hold the manacles
You're not wrong.
and just prestidigitate those two. There.
Angel's the type of guy to have a jar of piss for reasons.
Oh, not reasons.
I hate reasons. That's
If I had a
fucking
nickel
weird.
for every time a character had a jar of piss for reasons, I would have 2 nickels.
Angel would
Which isn't
never
a lot, but
carry a
it's weird
jar
it
of
happened
piss.
twice.
He would never carry a jar of piss. He would piss himself on the move.
We did. This is when we
Piss
find out
spending.
that Angel just wears adult diapers underneath everything.
Oh,
We're talking about piss
no.
This is a
spending,
good
Ryan.
torture method, guys.
I call it free pissing.
If I
Oh.
can't stab them and torture them, I can piss on them and torture them, you know?
Piss
Yes.
on the moon.
Mhm.
Piss droplets. Storm,
Piss
completely unrelated.
Activate
Storm-
your STEM card.
Yeah, sorry, that was just a vocal stim from the fucking copy paste. Like the Storm, how long for the feed I DM'd you?
Should be 1,000.
Feet?
The insta-kill everyone now feat. Yes, feat.
Yeah, it should be
1,000?
like,
Mm-hmm.
1,000
most
is what
feats.
most of the feats were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm doing. Or well,
I'm gonna
the feat
kill
that I'm training
myself.
is 1,000 as well.
Yeah.
It takes 125 days of using 8-hour days.
Hey, you're getting a decent amount of travel time from.
Oh yeah, we got another
Oh, you
8
gotta
days to
go.
get to the place we're going to. If we're
Hey guys,
following
we
the
should do
roads.
less shit more.
Alright. I just wanted to track it. The language was kind of quick, so I'm just experiencing whiplash because language was quick because Apricity knows so many, so... And
Also
I
language was,
bargained for...
Quicker in general.
Yeah. Plus I bargained to half the time, I think, because it was like 300 by default, and we fucking rolled to lessen it because of Apricity's 1,000,001 languages. Okay, I guess we're going to the archive.
Yay,
You guys,
reading!
does anyone fetch Alyssa?
I think
We don't have
to
Sarah
fetch
would
her.
Swing by with Apricity.
We don't have to fetch
If
her.
she's curious.
Well, it was mentioned
Well-
that she would be helpful with the primordial shit.
We don't have to fetch her. Apricity can just communicate with her.
Also, I thought that the priestess had brought the two to Alyssa, and so I thought when we were saying goodbye to the
There
two,
would have been
we're-
time, but
Okay.
she would have. They would have had said their goodbyes like shortly after. So it depends when you would like communicate with her. Apricity, would
Yeah.
you like?
Apricity could just like mention in passing.
I guess I'm being carried to the archive by Sarath. If you'd like to join, I'm sure we'd love to have you there when you find a moment, of course.
And she'd say that to like so that everyone could hear. Well, everyone that was going to the archive.
I'll meet you there. I'm just finishing up conversation with the two that we were
Of
traveling with.
course. Take your time, darling.
Thank you. Okay. You guys make your way to the archive. Is it all of you? Or I think I heard Ben wasn't going.
Ben will go instead to, like, are we spending the night in the town? What's the plan, guys?
I want to leave same day. Or Angel, more appropriately, does.
So we'd be leaving in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Because it's midday, it's going to take you several hours to do stuff in the archive.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't able to illustrate this just to give a little bit of a insight. But the moment that the mission was confirmed by the head priestess, Angel's ticks increased by quite a bit. He immediately started scratching near and around the chest hole, and just generally became a little bit more antsy. So yeah, it's not even like something he can necessarily well hide. It's just suddenly his body's activated in this topic. But yes. I mean, granted, anybody can veto him, but that's currently what he's pushing for.
Shathur certainly won't.
That's my guy.
Let's go. Finally have someone else to be insufferable about deadlines.
Alrighty.
So nobody else is going to veto traveling out in the middle of the night rather than staying at probably our first bed in a week. Stares at
Oh.
Apricity.
Well, Apricity's not going to comment, but if you leave, she's staying.
Love that for her.
But we're
I guess
going
we'll
to
see
the
how it
Archivist
goes
first,
when
right?
it happens. Yeah.
I mean, you guys have 3 Warforged, a guy who has died multiple times and doesn't really need sleep. A guy who struggles with sleeping, sleeps wherever the fuck. And a fox who sleeps in bag. I think
but
Thayer's
no,
the only one who...
what you're thinking, what you actually mean is 2 absolute princesses who are not going to pass up an opportunity to sleep on something soft and fluffy. They can go. Apricity and Thea are staying. I just didn't do it in character because it hasn't come up in character, but Apricity has already picked out her room.
I mean, Ben would have probably asked what the plan was when everybody was going to head to the archives purposes, right? So he would know what to do.
Yeah, he already... Before that, I had said that with Angel. So nobody
guess
said anything.
I guess it was more so it was done out of character
It was done in
to discuss the
character.
plan. Oh, it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do anyways.
So I guess the plan was discussed that you guys in character wanted to leave as early as possible. So
No,
if
as in
Apricity had any-
Angel said that, but no one said anything in response to that.
Oh,
because I think
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so if Apricity had a response to that.
Well, you can leave tonight, but Thea and I are going to take an opportunity to sleep in a bed. If you're impatient, you can travel in the dark by yourself. Or with other such psychopaths.
She says, looking to Shathur with a smile.
Well,
He nods his head.
if you're ever so inclined, I would be more than happy to just grab 2 of these mattresses, strap them to my back, just carry them around for you. How does that sound?
An interesting thought for the future, but I am sleeping in a bed tonight, and we will address things bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning.
I
Where?
don't know about we. Sorry, Apricity. Unfortunately, you actually happened across the one thing that I might actually care about a little bit more than sex, or fighting, or drinking.
I don't care about your weird proclivities. I am not going to travel in the middle of the night. I can't even see in the middle of the night. So, you can go without me, or you can wait.
That means a whole lot from somebody who goes the majority of her day with her eyes closed.
I need to be able to see to hit things in a fight.
Yeah. I think the only thing we're going to be fighting is a whole lot of dirt and grass.
Ah, yes, because we've never encountered monsters trying to kill us on the road before.
Although they've been successful. Well, I'm just saying.
Ladies, Angel, I know you're excited to go. I'm on the same route, but eventually, at least, you 3, he gestures at you, Apricity, and Thea, will need to crash, and you don't want to show up to that hag exhausted and unable to see straight.
Well, Fortunately, it's a couple of days, which means a couple of days of rest.
Actually, it is a week away.
Yeah, couple schmapple. That's close enough.
So, if you don't sleep tonight, you'll just have to delay it more. Which doesn't really get us there quicker.
Angel stands there, and his smile remains as he's talking, and he is fine, or seems to be, except for the good portion of this conversation, his pointer finger has repeatedly curled and uncurled. And he just says, with a even brighter smile than just a moment ago, he just says, I would greatly appreciate it if we just made a tiniest bit more progress in the direction of this.
Well, if we do the archives quick, we can just call it an early night and then set out early in the morning. Then everybody gets their warm bed, and you'll get to set out as soon as we can.
You know, that sounds like a lovely compromise.
Wonderful. Onwards then.
I'm happy.
Do the archive quick is really easy to say for someone who doesn't have to read all the languages that the others don't understand.
I can help with translation too, if there's anything that I can read. Wish I'd taken tongues today.
Angel just walks on forward, and his finger just keeps going. It almost seems to spread to a couple different fingers before he eventually just catches his hand with his other hand and walks.
You make your way towards the archive, the Grand Archives of Matthias.
Yippee. I guess, do we want to, like, role-play this out, or do we just want to kind of say we look at the forbidden books and any other books that anybody else wants that isn't forbidden we could maybe check out, or I don't know if people would just read them while they're there.
Yeah, what are people looking for?
Angel's looking for basically, it's difficult because the archive is more, is it like more strictly library based, or is there like, I guess, can you find research, can you find news, like what are we talking, what's all being kept here?
It's generally like a lot of research. It's not quite a library because they don't tend to lend stuff out. If they do, if they do lend something out to you, you're either trusted, or you're part of the cathedral.
Or you're really
So
good at stealing.
you most of the text, or you're really good at seeing, but that's not lending. That's just stealing.
Hey, they got out of there one way or the other.
So, depending on what you're looking for, because a lot of their texts tend to lean more towards the religious side of things, and partially like arcane and whatever regarding the gods, well, across the entire older gods in general. So it depends what you're looking for exactly.
Okay. He's looking for a nigh obsessive amount of information that can be pulled from hags, down to and including it. Frankly, it's an exhaustive list, but almost just about anything concerning with the Fae, as well as some things concerning with, I guess, whatever is, I don't know how much you pulled from the dark cosmology, but like basically things like even the hells as well, since he knows that some hags do interlope with that. He's going to be more than likely walking away with at least 10 to 15 books.
Okay. Um,
Um,
anyone else?
First and foremost, all the books that at least you can find on the primeval gods, anything that might be useful, etc. And then he would want to, since I imagine that will take most of the time, and he does want to honor the compromise he suggested, would want to check out any books on omens. And I can go more
The
specific. if you
forbidden
need.
stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Apricity? I think you were looking for things.
No, Apricity's just
Oh.
here. She's had Sarah sit her down on a table, and she's waiting for people to put books in front of her that they cannot read that she can.
In other words, Apricity is Google's Translate.
Was there anything else? Other
There
than-
There is
Go ahead.
one thing. Sarah, are you particularly observant?
In a roundabout way.
Well, since Angel is impatient,
and she's saying this to only Sereth and Thea at this point.
since Angel is impatient, and I may not have the time required to meet this deadline, do the shopping I want to do, and still get out in time for whatever time everyone is strong arming us into, could you look for a book for me?
Sure.
Or at least some kind of information?
I was going to browse the shelves anyway, so if I can find what you're looking for too, why not?
I would like if there is any information on known Kitsune clans. Somebody recently advised me of one in a more mountainous area, and her fur was a different color than mine. And I'm curious if there are others like her clan.
Sure. Absolutely. I'll keep an eye out while I'm perusing.
I appreciate the set of eyes. I will wait patiently until the rest of our ungrateful party drops work into my lap.
Alright.
And then she'll transform into her hybrid form because she needs thumbs to turn pages.
Pages. Hell yeah.
But she'll stay sitting on the table.
I think for Seraph, he'll look for the Kitsune thing, probably first. Because he didn't really have, like, much of a... I mean, he doesn't really have much of a basis for any of this information here. But I think what I was going to have him do was, after he finds literally anything on foreign Kitsune clans and drops that off to Apricity, he's going to spend the rest of their time in the archive kind of like idly like window shopping like the various books, like reading the spines and seeing if there's like literally anything that sticks out to him, because he doesn't have a point of reference, so he's just like looking for anything that sounds familiar to him, like at all.
Just like any text that he recognizes.
Any text or any place, like if it's like regions that have names that sound familiar, he'd look up that. If there's like family lineages with names that sound familiar, he'd look at those. Like literally anything that sparks anything in his like of any non-recent memory, I should say.
So before you came into contact with the party.
Before dying, yeah. But if he doesn't find anything, he doesn't find anything. It's a really big archive after all. So,
So, Storm, what do you mean about Alyssa not being here? Apricity called out to her.
No, as in there for the
There was a specific
conversation.
conversation.
Mm.
It's
Where
like
she
you
wasn't
guys are
there
having
yet.
the argument, and she's like, and that would be the moment where be like, guys, please don't fight. Okay. Do any of you seek out this information by yourself, or do you ask some of the archive members to help?
Sareth would bring one, just because, again, he has no idea what he's looking for.
I'm looking for this book. I read once as a kid. It had pictures.
See,
Was
that's
this
Well,
question
he would
directed
be.
at-
This would be for the Kitsune stuff. The other stuff
For the
he could look
Kitsune
for by
stuff, yeah.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
This question was directed at everyone, or just
Yes.
Okay. Yes, unfortunately, Angel is more than likely going to abduct one of the archivists for a long while until he can get the necessary exhaustive list of books that he is looking for.
Shithir would also ask one of them about those, and also just mention that it was okayed by the priestess.
Okay. We'll start with Shithir.
Yippee.
I know you have, you'd come across the archivist fellow with kind of scruffy black hair. The information you are seeking, I know you have the High Priestess's approval, but is there any specifics? This information is highly protected. Heavily protected.
Well, I mean, any weaknesses or tricks to watch out for? Just, I suppose it's not very specific. Just wanting to know our enemies before we potentially have to come across them.
Well, considering the primeval gods are dead, I don't think there'd be anything.
They're remnants, then.
Right. Let me see what perhaps we could find. Shithir.
Was Alyssa also here, and was she doing her own thing?
She's not here yet.
Shit. Because I think our also
You
thing
can
was to.
request for her.
Yeah, he would. I don't know if Shithir is still connected to Apricity's mind link, but he would at least ask Apricity if she can have Alyssa come over to him. If she isn't busy.
Sure, she said she'd come to the archive when she was free. I assume since she's not here, she's not free yet.
You hear basically a sigh through the mind. It's just, well, as soon as she comes, just if she doesn't have something else to do, would appreciate her being the note taker, since none of us are allowed to bring anything else out, and you all have terrible memory.
I don't, and it is impressive that you can sigh in a mind link where you needn't breathe.
I mean, he
managed to
sighs
sigh
in
without
real
needing
life
to breathe
too.
anyway.
You didn't
Quality
breathe,
special
yeah.
talent.
He's so talented.
I wasn't paying a compliment.
Oh, you don't need to. I'll take it as one anyway.
Perhaps you should take my compliments as compliments. And my
Well, I think they'll
observations
do.
as observations.
I'll consider that for next time.
Eventually, around this time, I guess, Alyssa would make her way towards the archive. And as she does, you kind of see her like within, I guess, earshot of like kind of where you guys are starting to spread out from. She is stopped by a woman, who kind of startles her for a moment. You finding odd. You see a white-haired woman who seems to be wearing almost these black leathers and like this red sash that kind of covers part of her torso and hangs loosely down her side. I'll go show her art. And as she does, you hear anyone who wants to can roll me a perception check.
Is Shithir within ear range, or is he gone off with the archivist?
No, this is just before you guys kind of leave.
I shan't.
Okay. You guys can all hear this conversation. Miss Petrov, it is good to see you. Priestess Dragonscale, it is good to see you too. Are you still following your teachings of Lila? I am, yes. Interesting. I heard you went on a pilgrimage, no? I did, yes. Well, I wonder if those teachings had been helpful to you. You know, the world is cruel, and, perhaps that you found that not everyone can be redeemed. For the most part, that I've done my best to help those who have been causing issues. I couldn't help everyone, but... Yes, but you encountered those that, proved rather stubborn, did they not? You can't learn to love everyone. You know, even Lyfela doesn't love everyone. There are those who prove to be problematic subjects that need their souls to be recycled anew. I think that those people can... You're stumbling, Elisa. I think that those... everyone has a chance at redemption. Not everyone does. Have you finished with your pilgrimage, or are you still continue? I'm still traveling. Are your companions here now? She looks up towards the lot of you. She looks distressed.
So everyone sees this?
Yeah. Well, at least the three
Shithir
of you
will walk
that-
over.
A Persody will get up too.
There an issue over here?
No. I was just talking to, Priestess, Dragonscale here.
Oh, so she looks very distressed, right?
She looks, yeah, she looks a little bit stressed.
Well, it's perfect timing, Alyssa. I was just looking for you. I needed you to be the note taker.
By all means. Mind you, is this your group that you've been traveling with? Yeah, I should probably go help them out.
Yes,
And be sure
this has
to
been
see
a
you
great help
around.
to all of us.
I will let you get on with what you are doing. I'm sure I will see you around. She nods meekly and continues on with you, Shathar.
Yeah, Shathur puts like a reassuring and protective arm, on her shoulder / back, as in a pat.
The lady continues onwards, heading back towards the across where the bridge to the cathedral connects.
Persidy looks at Alyssa and says, I was very tempted to turn her very long hair into a very long block of ice.
I wouldn't. I appreciate the help, but I probably wouldn't do that against her.
I'm just saying I was tempted. I did not say I was going to do it. I had self-restraint.
She says, like, holding her head proudly.
She just has very strong views. Things that I'm not entirely comfortable with.
I understand, darling. Shathor needs you for note-taking, and I will handle any languages that I know that you don't. But I will give any notes that I take to you so that you can store effectively. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Perfect. I will sit on this table and wait for books to be dropped in my lap. You may come sit with me. We will take notes together once you have what Shathor requests or what you would like to work on.
He nods. She'll go with Shathar.
I'll note her to her on the way. If you've got something else you want to do instead, that's fine.
No, that's fine. It'll take my mind off things.
You want to talk about it? It seems you and her have sort of a history.
She's another priestess, I guess. Of sorts. She's actually an assassin of Lyphala. Her doctrine is complicated, as she seems to deem that those who commit heinous acts cannot be redeemed. Those who contort the soul in ways that Lyphala wouldn't deem right. She is the executioner of those who commit those atrocities, I suppose. For example, both Aleph and Kazarus, if she had her way, they would have lasted as long as they did. For what they did. She would have asked a few questions, and usually that judgment is passed then and there, rather than over time.
He nods.
It's very different from my own teachings.
Hey, I can tell. But there's plenty who have different views than you. I mean, I myself suggested a similar thing earlier, but seemed especially uncomfortable around her.
She, like I said, our teachings are completely different. I mean, there was a few instances that I had with when I first met you all that I was struggling to deal with. I still do. But I've seen what you're all capable of and where conversations can be had to change minds and stuff.
You know. So then she's been just harassing you about your different viewpoints every time you bump into each other.
I don't know if I would call it harassment.
Alyssa, you look like you wanted to melt into a puddle.
Maybe it is. She does not believe in the teachings of Lila is the problem. And she believes that it will get me killed.
Well, that's what we're here for. Hey,
Well,
everyone's allowed their different viewpoints, but she treats you wrong about it. You just give us all a look or send a signal through Pricity, and they'll come over and sort it out.
While this is happening, can I still see the woman? If you guys aren't done, you can tell me to shut up. There was something I wanted to say or ask to her if I can still see her.
If you let that whole conversation finish, she would not be in view anymore.
No, I'm not. Like, these things are happening in tandem. They're walking off, Pricity sitting back down at the table.
Okay.
And
she'd be like at the closer towards the door. Outside
Before
of the
you-
door at this point.
before you leave, I have a question for you.
There's a pause.
Yes, I'm speaking in your mind. Yes, it's marvelous. You can turn around to look at me. I'm at the table behind you.
She turns. Interesting.
It is
What was
nicer
your
to
question?
It is nicer to chat now that I can see your face. What is it you gain from challenging Alyssa's worldviews?
I simply do not wish for her to get herself killed over trying to save everyone. Not everyone is worth saving.
And that is an almost noble goal. But I don't understand why you speak to her like you do. Like she's a child. She's much smarter than you gave her credit for in that conversation.
He is naive. The world around does not take kindly to naivety. Those who are often are used and discarded, taken advantage of. I simply wish for her to not be used as such. She is gifted, from what I can tell.
So let me understand this, just so that you and I are on the same page, because it seems as though we want the same thing, her safety. So you think berating her on her beliefs will somehow make her see your side? And just to correct what you said earlier, she is not naive, she is sheltered. She is learning the world and understanding it the same way you did, that made you this way, that made you angry and bitter at the world around you. I I do not understand what would possess somebody to see a beautiful light in a person and wish to snuff it out. What? Is it envy? Are you envious of her optimism?
No, I am not.
Let her learn.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Let her learn the world at her pace, and I will ensure she is protected. I know you cannot trust me. You don't even know my name. But don't try to snuff out her light. I don't want to have problems with you. We're on the same side.
I have seen many priestesses come and go on their pilgrimages. Seen what the world has hid from them, perhaps, or things that they had not opened their eyes to until they go out and experience the world. It is not a kind place. I have seen sisters die. I have seen sisters mourn for those that they have lost. I simply do not wish that to be the same for her, but if she is in good companion, then perhaps I may not need to worry so much.
There is time yet for her to be hardened by the world. Today she is soft and she is bright, and she will shine her beautiful light to as many people as she can reach. And if you do a God's damned thing to stop that, I don't know what I will do, but it will not be good.
And Apricity smiles, sort of a companionable smile, in a way that it wasn't a real threat, but it was like almost playful.
Perhaps my eyes have yet to be opened. But from what I have gathered in my experiences, my assumption actually proved to be true. But should she prove me wrong, I will gladly be proven wrong.
Thank you for your understanding. And I just don't want anything to happen to that beautiful girl's light. She holds an optimism that I have not seen in a very long time, and I would hate if the jaded and bitter, perhaps more realistic outlooks would stifle her light so soon.
All comes eventually. That is the will of the world.
And when it comes, we will be there for her. But until then, don't try to bring her to reality so soon. It would hurt me to watch that.
Very well.
She'll learn at her own pace.
She walks away.
Can I say that as she walks away and turns away, Angel nearly runs into her with a stack of 10 books?
I have to restart Discord really quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
It'll just take 2 seconds.
Like intentionally or because he's clumsy?
I haven't decided yet.
Little column A, little
Um,
column B.
Yeah.
Shitha.
Ah.
Is there anything specific about the omens as well you're looking for?
I did put it in the player chat, but
Oh,
like
yeah, okay. That one
Yeah.
specifically.
yes. He don't gaff about everybody else, he wants to know about his. if he can't get what he's actually searching for.
Okay.
But he'll only do that after he goes and researches the primeval gods.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of this information probably will have to get next session.
That's fine. I mean,
Um,
Alyssa's going to be writing it down for everybody else's sake anyway, so.
Apricity's writing stuff down too. She's just having Alyssa store it safely.
How is Apricity writing things?
She's an hybrid.
Remember that thing I said when I switched forms so that I could turn pages?
No.
Okay, well, I did say that.
I'm just a little guy.
I'm a little guy. Angel, roll me an investigation check at advantage.
Yeah.
And we'll have Sarah roll me an investigation check at advantage, and then another investigation check at normal.
Could I persuade you for a perception?
What's your persuasion?
Or not persuasion, sorry. Perception.
No,
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
but
yeah,
why-
you said you
why?
asked if you could persuade.
Yeah.
You said you could persuade me.
The fact that it's a
Right,
higher
right.
stat, may I have it, I don't think is gonna fly, man.
I more meant that, like, okay, for the Kitsune stuff, he'd be looking for things with that in the title specifically. Like, actually, like, peering at the spines specifically.
But that is still
Instead of-
investigation.
Is it? Okay. Alright.
You've got advantage, I believe.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
And then another flat.
Yeah. Nope.
Wandering around as well, looking for Apricity's Kitsune clan stuff, you don't find anything recognizable. Nothing jumps out to you, whether it be not strong enough a connection, or you've just never read the book before, or memories is too far gone from that period of time. You have no idea, but thing jumps out at you.
Okay.
As for Kitsune clans, there are scatterings of them kind of all throughout the continent. Usually secluded, depending on the nature. They tend to be more open with neutral or Orabani regions or territories, generally because they are more accepting of that sort of thing. There's potentially there has been records of Kitsune having, or one or two Kitsune having been seen in the area of Glass Hollow. Quite a few around Port Lavender, and kind of like in the directions of where you guys are heading. And just like scattered about all throughout the north, the west, and the south. Is there anything specific you're looking for, Apricity? Or just like...
Does he bring her books? Like, is he bringing her back? Like,
I was
a
gonna
couple
say,
of-
yeah, like, so basically to Sereth, this is alphabet soup, but he does see Kitsune on a couple of these and
Yeah,
locations, he assumes. So he's just
yeah.
going to bring anything with that to Apricity.
She's looking for two specific things. Any recorded Kitsune tribes that'll be like, sort of in or around where they're headed or where they are. To try and like make a mental note to like see if she can find some of them. And she'll also look for more recent records of like powers that Kitsune often have, to see like how much overlap there is from what she remembers of like her like powers her clan have, basically to in a way to check if powers seem to have been like muted in the past 1,000 years in some way, or if there's like a change from how they can like any notable change between how they conduct themselves now to how they used to, or how she remembers them.
From what you gather, the Kitsune tends to, depending on the territory and then depending on clan to clan, depends on how they conduct themselves. Generally towards the south in Orobani territory, they're more open, they're more engaging with outsiders. And generally more open with their nature and their capabilities with such. Towards the north, they try to shelter as much as, like, seclude themselves as best they can away from anyone. Generally because Chimerans are not very kind to Kitsune, if they find out that they are indeed Kitsune. Which usually they maintain their human-like forms and pass off as tribes of mortals from the Chimeran nation. As opposed, in regards to Kitsune, like in the area coming up, there was said to have been a tribe in the mountain west of Glass Hollow, hundreds of years ago. Not an exact date. Whether or not they're still there or within the area, not too sure.
Okay.
But there have been Kitsune within that area before.
She'll just like write it down on a piece of paper and put it on.
Okay.
Just making a note, I guess. And she'll wait for Angel or Shathor to drop a book that they don't understand in her lab. Otherwise.
Angel.
Mhm.
So, for the information of Hags, Fae, and the Hells, what exactly are you looking for?
See, this is a bit difficult to answer because when I meant exhaustive, I truly meant it.
Okay.
Like, I guess more pertinent, I guess, for myself as opposed to Angel. I suppose think he would be mostly curious about He would be interested, I think, if there is any record of recent hag activity. Again, assuming that there is news that you can catch here. I don't remember if you answered that for me or not before.
News tends to usually come in the religious kind. Anything that pertains to it's rarely information beyond.
Okay.
Anything beyond Studdergate and Empress's Port, and usually it's like not even the wildernesses in between. maybe about. Go ahead.
Or I guess sorry, I just remembered. I think he is looking at basically what's it called. I think he's just filling out even more information than what he already knew about hags to begin with, which is quite a lot. I think he's going to look into the relationship that hags have with other planes, the relationship that hags have with people, with animals, with just about any being, basically. He wants to have a full and established profile on these things. And the reason why I specify a lot of books is because, to be frank, he's not sleeping tonight. Just getting that out of the way.
All good. A lot of the information that you find on the hags is mostly stuff that you know already. Things that you would find out is they tend to it depends on that type of hag, but often most hags will form covens, and generally those covens are, because of the nature of what they are, tentative. Sometimes they won't agree. They tend to meet on occasion, because sometimes the benefits is like sharing information, whatever they come across. Like it's usually beneficial for hags to engage in covens, but because of perhaps conflicting ideals and methods, they don't always get along.
Okay.
A lot of them. Go ahead.
Oh no. Words. Oh no. Can keep going.
A lot of them tend to have a lot to do with monstrosities and beasts, and even people. Generally, those are like the main, and fae. Let me see what other types are. I'm pretty sure those are the main ones. Yeah. And depending on the hag themselves, it's kind of specific to the hag. Undead or fiends, even. And plants would also kind of be there, but wait. Generally, they like experimenting with different things. Through the warp of using arcane magic to like kind of twist and manipulate the foundations of perhaps souls, forms, mutations, whatnot. Just testing the bounds and limits of their power and what they're able to do with such power.
I think. Sorry, this is kind of like a weird thing. Basically, like, as far as I understand, these are technically all things that Angel already does fundamentally know, or at the very least, if there's more information that it kind of hauls out. But to be like, I don't know how else to say this. It feels weird to say, but like, despite this being research, and despite this looking off as research, and despite Angel very much, for the few books that he might have that may be something that he needs help translating, it is in essence busy work. He is using research as a way to divert the energy that is currently coursing through him. It's in essence, it's busy work. is the big component of this. But I think that it does help, obviously, to confirm what he does either think he knows or what he already knows. And once he takes a decent amount of this stuff, he would ask whoever is the working archivist in this moment, and he would just, with this giant stack of books, he will walk up to them and just be like, "Hey, you mind if I check these ones out for a little bit? I'm gonna be taking them out, just gonna be reading them over tonight and all."
That's fine. By all means.
Thank you. And he's going to give a quick regard to everyone, and it's just like, "Well, I'm gonna be turning in early. I hope all y'all get a nice night of, well, rest." And Angel will retreat to whichever room seems best for him, which he does not really care. So he's going to pretty much pick the first one that's unoccupied.
I'll get more information for you, like the next week. Things you probably might uncover.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
And that will probably be the same for the stuff Chateau has as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. I guess after he's done, he will at least nudge Alyssa and say, "Is there anything you want her to go and look up while we're here?"
I mean, I've been through these archives extensively. I say extensively, this place is huge. To peruse through things that I needed and wanted for my studies and everything. I don't think I need anything.
No romance books for the road?
You won't find that here.
What's a library for?
Technically not a library.
Same thing, there's books. Tim got to see... Did we know that Tim stole them? I think Shathur did.
Nobody caught him. His check was way too high.
I
don't
thought
think he
Shathur kind of
told the
saw
party.
and didn't care. Or at least Binky.
I mean, he should have showed. I think you saw Binky take something, but not Tim. But
Okay.
Binky also got caught.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But I assume you all end up taking your rest.
Yeah, there's one thing. How long did this all take, everybody?
Couple hours.
'Cause
For Angel, he would be like the whole night. He is not sleeping, so.
Mm-mm.
I'm surprised it would only be a couple hours for that, or for Forbidden Books and another set, but...
and everything
Well,
else.
they know where that stuff is. Like, looking through it when you have the archivists here, it's not really hard to find them per se. It's like just going through them, and because it's very specific information, that stuff is not in abundance.
Mm.
A lot of the stuff that you both look through are stuff that like Shathar and Aprisi look through. It's super specific and there's not a lot to get through.
Mm. Fair.
Whereas Angel would be taking the whole night to get his stuff.
Yeah, like, needless to say, it is to the extent of obsessive reading, but frankly, other than obviously what you're going to tell me, next week, some of the books that he grabbed are almost tangentially
You got it.
related to the topic at hand.
Yeah, it's sifting through stuff that he might already know.
Like one of these books just has a single paragraph mention of hags, and it's probably an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
So, also,
What? He can be alone with his thoughts. Totally.
Heath, you said you wanted to do something?
Yeah, Ben was going to, if it's going to take a couple hours, Ben was going to see about trying to finally getting Sareth's lute, or what, lyre, was it? Your instrument fixed.
Yeah, the lyre, I think.
fire.
So you're just, were you just crafting?
Oh, repairing or whatever, yeah.
Repairing. Yeah.
I'm assuming that would be the wood crafting tools.
Correct.
He will enhance ability for whatever, because it's only 2 hours, means he can use his 2 enhance abilities to use the full 2 hours.
Yeah.
Dexterity, I'm assuming, or int, or what? Or because I'm repairing, what I'm rolling?
It'd probably be an int.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to roll investigation at advantage, because that'll be the same roll, rather than switch it around.
That's fine.
I don't really think I need the advantage, but let's see if I get an nat 20. Nope.
It is in repaired to basically perfect condition.
We'll say Rita was there helping him look it over, and when he finishes, he hands it to Rita and says, "If you would be so kind, Rita, to take this to Sareth when I am finished. I have other things to start working on afterwards." And then when they come back, Rita will walk towards Sareth and hand him his lyre. Dad finished with this.
Thank you. And he'll just gently take it and just give it like a complete look over now that, it's in its fully repaired state.
Breaks it again.
Instantly breaks it again.
I'll say just for the shits and giggles of the repair job, because with how badly it was damaged, I'm assuming he had to use bands on it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the bands has B5N on it.
Nice.
You guys mentioned looking for something to buy. Is that something that would be available? There are no, other than the general store, there are no shops here, but the cathedral might be able to provide what you need.
It was Apricity that was looking for something.
What was she looking for?
I'll DM you, because she wouldn't even openly say it to Sarah. She would just have him take her to a store, and if she didn't find it, then she would start saying it out loud.
Yeah, it'd be the general store, but if you don't think you'd find it in a general store, there would be no store.
I don't think they'd have it in a general store, but I'm gonna DM you,
DM it.
and
Yeah, DM it to me.
I had it typed up when I started talking. But she will swallow her pride and maybe ask someone in the cathedral if she has to.
A gun? You are looking for a gun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks over to see Ben carrying the gun they stole.
Yeah, that wouldn't be at the general store.
Yeah, I didn't really think so.
Okay, so say we go to the general store, and Apricity's like, no, none of this is what I want. We have to go back to the cathedral. Uh, and
Well,
refuses
alright.
to elaborate. Um,
I take it she's in fox form again.
no, but she will have Sarah still escort her anyway. She'll just.
Gotcha.
You piggyback
They're going
rider.
on a walk. Yeah.
Give me a piggyback ride. I ain't walking.
And oh fuck, who would Apricity ask? Probably Alyssa, right? Then Apricity will say to Alyssa only in the mind link, and Thea would also hear, but she's not here, so L. And would ask basically if she knew where she could find something like that was like in any way specific.
Sorry, my brain died. You're looking for something,
She would ask Alyssa
Alyssa?
if she knew of anywhere in the cathedral that would have something that was like that, like what she was looking for.
Oh, we keep we use a lot of those. It's actually a cathedral provided to priestesses. If you want one, I could ask for one for you.
I would appreciate that. I don't know why I expected them to carry something like this at a general store, but I looked there, and Sareth made a great walking partner.
I try my best.
Do you... It's usually more, but I think I can probably, do you want me to just let you know how much it'll be?
Yes, I will pay what is required. Do not worry about sparing me money. I have almost no use for it.
She'll leave and eventually return back with a bowl. It was 10 gold.
She'll give her the 10 gold.
I paid for it out of my own pocket, so...
And
you can keep the gold if you want.
no, darling, thank you.
Alright.
She'll like take out the gold and hand it to her.
What does it
Was
look
there-
like? Like, is it...
It's very similar to Alyssa's. It's basically a silver bowl that has the more simplistic designs of the holy symbols of the gods just scattered around, like etched into the bowl.
And Yukitsune's is there?
Yes.
It's perfect.
She smiles. I'm glad I could help.
Does Sareth look at her like he's judging her for being secretive about a bowl?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he would probably just look at it and just kind of like cock an eyebrow, like shrug a little bit and go, "Yeah." Like his face his face kind of looks like it says like, "Yeah, that's a pretty impressive bowl."
Is this your new fox bowl? Are you eating out?
Yeah. That's why I
That was
I
my
paid 10
first
gold
thing.
for.
I just had like a Pricity's name on it.
Yeah, I paid 10 gold for a monogrammed dog bowl.
I'd believe it.
You're bold of you to assume that she doesn't already have one, Heath.
I mean, yeah. Let's be honest. There's no way that.
Thea doesn't have
Thea
one
does.
for.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was about to say cat. I'm like, no, that's the person, not the cat. Yeah, Thea doesn't have one for.
Yeah, that's just the last thing that I wanted to do. Thank you.
If no one had anything else, you can all rest at the inn. Get a good night's rest and awake early in the morning.
Remind me, it's a DC 10 con save when you don't sleep, right?
For every hour
Uh,
you're awake.
I've read
Yeah.
somewhere else that it's 24.
5e.
Pretty sure it's for every extra hour, man, but I could be wrong.
Sleep rules and mechanics. 5e tools. Do you also have it? Ah, my internet is being slow.
In Australia? No way.
You having to go in my
Force
country?
March.
Yeah, before. Cool. Thanks, Google Chrome.
Based on the Exhaustion Reslander's Guide to Everything supplement, following results. A character must make a DC con save for every 24 hours without a long rest. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Force March. Force March is you
Every
have to
hour.
make a con save for every
Yeah.
for every hour, but that's only like during movement.
Whenever you end, you must succeed at DC 10. Yeah, it's 24.
Yeah, as
I
long as
assume
not
you're not. I assume you're going to sleep the next day, Angel.
Well, it keeps getting 5 every time. Oh, there's his first point of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
I love that for him.
Well, that is your. Where is it? Yep, that is the first point of exhaustion.
Well, he's only gonna get that after like the night
The
of,
24.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he gets it, like, if he skips his sleep, then he takes...
Yeah, if he skips a sleep.
Yeah, so he
yeah.
has it now. Like, as when we're leaving, he has it.
That's not 24 hours after this long rest.
It's 24 hours after his previous long rest would have been.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
okay,
every
okay.
24 hours. If you don't take a long rest, you make the check.
I thought it was
Yep.
after the missed long rest. My bad.
No. Okay. Well, it is the next day.
I assume also early, as that was at least the compromise stated.
Yep. It is 6 a.m. Probably.
I just now noticed that day
5.
tracker. I've never seen it before.
I'm assuming we're taking the road, guys, as opposed to going across the mountains.
Or like cutting through the forests.
Well, I mean, even cutting through the forest, we'd have to take the road first. Otherwise, we have to cut through the mountains to get there as a straight line.
Yep.
And if we're on the road, we might as well stick to the road. Because I only think it saves us a day at that point by cutting across.
It is safer.
I forget, was there any urgency to the needing to go?
No, because that's why we took him to the cathedral, right? Is because we weren't in urgent.
Okay.
Other than Angel's urgency, no.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't like, before where it was like, they are doing this thing right now. Like,
No, we don't have any idea they're doing anything, honestly. I think it was
Cool.
8 days I measured out, but I could...
Angel just appears to really, really, really want to do something.
8, 9 days, yeah, something like that. So, we only save a day by not taking the road, and it's a lot safer on the road.
Yeah. I mean, Angel's last attempt at persuasion did not fail, or did not work, so he will not continue.
So we'll take the 8 days on the road then?
Yeah.
Okay.
As the conversation happens, like Shithar will be looking at Angel. Like, does he get more twitchy when they decide on it?
Yeah, he, like, to put you in his shoes, imagine if I just casted hives over your entire body. That's currently what
Angel?
he's
Okay.
feeling right now. And so, he is, however, that being said, I'm gonna do a quick.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I got a suggestion that might make Angel happier. What is ST, Storm?
It's not a gate.
Okay, so what's that? What does Stuttergate have?
It's the town that was supposed to be your second objective.
That's great, but I mean, what stores and businesses? But two things. One, does it have any kind of significant stores, or do we have to go to a major city to find anything like that?
You're looking for magical items?
Magical items or healing item, potions, anything of the likes?
You'd be able to find potions. You'd also be able to find some potions at the cathedral as well. They have some stuff. They just don't sell things like a store. It's more of a, hey, do you request some supplies? Okay. Depending on who you are.
Were we
they
supposed
will-
to get a reward for doing what we did?
No,
Okay, that was just
because it wasn't given to you by the cathedral.
I don't know. I just wondering because it's still attached to their god thing. I don't know what the aspect was, right? Because we got the request from a dream.
Hey, you guys got a bunch of stuff at the.
No, I
mountains
was
that
just
would
asking
be-
for the sake of like I don't know if they were to
I
give
know.
us supplies for it was what I was kind of.
I mean,
pushing
that's
that.
something that can be bargained with. Can make persuasion checks to be like, hey, we helped you out. Do you have anything? Will you request things?
Because Ben might try to see if he could request a couple of if they have any spare healing potions, mostly because of how Angel has nearly died every encounter he has seen him in.
Same shit.
You roll me a persuasion check.
I could do that.
Angel and Shithar swapping places.
16, so pretty good.
They give you 3 healing potions for free.
Fantastic. I will have Rita carry those. And the next thing he was going to suggest, does Stuttergate have a wagon service? Or a coach service?
As in hiring a coach?
Yeah, or they have a set coach, like there's a mail coach that goes up to those areas, right? Because that's how mail coaches work,
Yeah,
if they
that-
take passengers.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys
Great.
can get a coach.
Because we could get a coach to take us to GL, like keep forgetting the names of things.
You probably need 2 coaches, considering. Oh, actually,
What, there's 5, or I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. Because Apricity, I'm assuming, will be in fox form.
6, 7. That or a lodge coach, but I think coaches are generally
They generally carry 6 to
5
7.
people.
No, they carry more than that, man. Usually you've got 6 inside, and then depending on the coachman, you also have the people on the outside, shotgun and top,
On the
right?
yeah. Yes, not a bus, a medieval coach, please. I guess you can get a lodge coach. Yeah. Most of the ones I see in like media are like 4, 5 people seemingly. Like that make it's like 4 in the coach, and then like the coachman, and then someone sitting up top.
Yeah, okay, depends on the coach. Like the like he was looking for like the mail wagons, which are usually considerably larger.
Really large.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they're
I
like
mean, yeah, you can get a coach service.
yeah. But Ben would suggest that because that would cut our time in half because we'd be traveling twice as fast due to how horses move. If the party party is amenable to renting a coach.
I mean, I think that entirely depends on people gaff that Angel's kind of tweaking.
Well, Ben would suggest it because he would see Angel tweaking. So when we hit there, because what are you going to sleep for the next 3 days? Because it's going to take
Honestly, who knows?
It's going to take us 2 days just to get the stutter gate. So are you sleeping? Because if you're not, you got to make 2 more con saves at a +5 each time.
Miles,
It's funny.
you can laugh. It's funny.
So are you
Also,
making the...
yeah, he.
Hmm?
I mean, yeah, probably he's probably staying up throughout all of it. Honestly,
DC con save 15, the DC con save 20. Come on, Judah, let's go. Let's see. I think I have 3rd levels of
See?
exhaustion. Well, that's
Hey, you guys
failure.
gonna,
No,
Well,
we're
you
going
guys
to
gonna
see
get
how
coached?
bad Angel is by the time we reach Stuttergate. Because he's got
Mhm.
con saves to make.
Well, I mean, I think at some point someone would talk to him about it.
I mean, it's only 1.5 days to Stuttergate, so he only needs to make 2.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah.
He's
even
already
one
at
he
half
already
speed,
did.
boys.
He's failed both.
Yeah, that's not great for
Yeah,
traveling.
that's what I...
It's not.
Which means because he's traveling at half speed, it takes us twice as long to get the Stuttergate.
So I assume
That's fine.
bit
He will do
Um,
his
before
best.
you guys
taking
leave,
the
though-
coach?
before you guys leave,
Mhm.
you do see where is it? Her name. The woman that had spoken to Ilissa the day prior approach the lot of you as you leave. I had good morning. I had heard that you were all heading to deal with a situation with my patron that has taken interest in.
I'm sorry, lady. Who
I
are
don't-
you?
I am Yvette Petrov. I am a shadow of Lyfela.
Nice to meet you again.
What
It is
does
nice to meet you again too.
What does Angel know of Lefela's shadows?
Roll me a religion check.
Yay! Disadvantage. Let's see.
You are too tired.
Can I do worse? Yeah.
Almost, but no. Would have been funny if you rolled a
You
0.
Way too tired.
Angel will look at her, shade Lefela, and he will say something to the amount of well, I ain't exactly heard of you, but it's nice to meet your acquaintance. Do you need anything? We are about to move out.
Well, I was thinking that considering the situation lands upon my purview of my patron, perhaps I could accompany you all for the journey. Should you
That
wish
would
to have me.
that would be wonderful, and you can see that our dear Alyssa's in good hands. She says to nobody except for this woman, and she keeps Alyssa and Thea in the conversation too.
And that is exactly why I was curious in your journey as well. I wanted to see for myself.
Apricity smiles and said, this woman and I have had a conversation recently. She expressed concerns for ensuring that we take very good care of Alyssa in our travels, and we want her to know that Alyssa is in good hands.
Hello, my dear. Can you fight? Be
I
speaking
can
Yes.
do more
to
than
her.
fight. And with a flourish, she pulls out a dagger from seemingly out of nowhere. And it's like this kind of obsidian dagger that seems to have this white glow, like aura to it. And then with a flourish, it disappears.
Oh, sweet. All right, she can come along then.
Shathar will look over at Alyssa.
She... Roll me an insight check.
Yippee. Oh.
She seems unsure.
I don't know how close they are, but he'll at least make his way over to her and in a lower voice say, "You will say the word and she won't come with us."
I don't want to step in the line of her duties. If there is something of interest for her there, considering it is her patron, then I'm not going to stop her.
Aye, but we've got our own mission, and if she's going to get in the way because she's making you uncomfortable, that also has something to do with us.
Is this a low enough voice for only the two of them to hear, or just to exclude her? As in-
Mostly just making sure she can't hear, but I mean also trying to speak low.
Okay. Angel will speak at normal volume. And say, unfortunately, this is actually a little bit broader business than just any given thing that we've done so far. I would greatly appreciate a, fellow follower of LaFela in this endeavor. Be mighty appreciated. We could get hurt, really badly hurt. In a lot of ways that cannot exactly be reversed.
He shoots you a glare.
Well, it is a good thing that you probably have me by your side.
I'm nothing but a pragmatist, yeah.
Don't worry, I will handle the, myself well alone. I won't interfere. Unless you desperately need it.
Apricity will
Go
say in Shathur and Alyssa's mind, basically, I had a conversation with her, and I asked her very kindly not to impose her worldviews on you so aggressively. Perhaps that might make traveling with her a little easier on your heart. She seemed receptive to the conversation. Apricity will say with a smile.
Alright. Probably that. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I may have mentioned that Your light is precious, and I would hate to see anyone dim it.
Her cheeks go pink and her tail swishes.
I love when you
Turns
make
away.
this face.
We have a journey to continue.
But if she continues to make you uncomfortable in any way, do let me or Shathur know.
Right.
And then Apricity gives Shathur like a wink.
He nods back. I guess the last thing Shathur will do is kind of give this lady because he didn't really get to see her, a once over. I'd like to. He wants to sense her vibe. Like, does she seem to have actual good intentions? Is she hiding something? Anything he can possibly glean. Vibe check,
Okay.
basically.
Roll me an insight.
He's been so great at these tonight. Ooh!
Hard to read.
Fucked up.
She has a polite smile on her face, and beyond that it is very hard to. You have a feeling that she is very experienced in guarding herself and her emotions.
It's almost like she's
And
an
intentions.
assassin.
Almost. It's crazy.
Nutty.
And then Apricity will say in her mind as they're sort of walking randomly at any point,
You are very interesting. I'd love to pick your brain at some point.
By all means, I have a lot of experiences under my belt, so if there is anything you wish to ask, perhaps I may answer it.
Perhaps you may.
she says with a smile, sort of amused by her secretive nature.
It will be interesting to see what you all are capable of, and don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
What secret?
The nature of the lot of you.
I wasn't worried about you spelling that secret.
It would be no use of it spreading from beyond what the High Priestess and those she deems wary enough to know the information. Well, shall we? Bright and early. We have a journey ahead.
We do. Everyone ready?
So
Angel, you
did
look
we
like
once
shit. You should sleep at night.
As usual, Shan.
Did we decide whether we're taking a wagon or not?
We wouldn't be able to do that till we hit Stuttergate.
I thought we were going to take it.
And then you guys just started
No, no.
a.
Yeah, which took us a day and a half, so 2 days, but because we'd get the wagon the next morning. So 8 hours worth of downtime for us for those of us keeping track.
Yippee!
Or not 8 hours, 16 hours, but yeah, just 2 days.
Yippee!
And then upon seeing how awful dog shit, Angel looks, Ben will look at the park, goes, perhaps we should hire a stagecoach to take us the rest of the way. It would save us time and effort.
That's all. He just makes a noise.
Any objections?
Sorry, I was just checking whether I can learn the sleep spell. Anyway.
Actually, Ben's has an idea for that. Ben is going to use his his herbalism kit and make a sleeping trap that he's going to shove down Angel's throat.
Horrible way to find out he doesn't have a gag reflex.
Maybe the worst way, actually. I think there's so many better ways.
Truly. But yeah.
But he'll make the
He's-
sleeping trap when we're at the inn for the night, since we'll have a few extra hours. Since we're gotta get up for the stagecoach in the morning, obviously.
Mhm.
It's a holiday. I need to see what happens today.
Holiday, no stagecoaches, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which
Yeah,
holiday is it?
My
I'd
birthday.
Splendor.
No,
It
it's
is
my
your
birthday.
birthday. Happy
It
Yeah, happy
actually is
birthday,
your
by the way,
birthday here
Judah.
now. Happy
It's your
birthday.
Thanks, guys. But yes, that is the holy day.
It is. It is Sune's holy day.
it's holy.
Who's? What day is it?
Tide Splendor.
Mm.
Which probably wouldn't be relevant to the lot of you outside of, Angel, and you are not really by the ocean or sea, so wouldn't really see much festivities going on here.
Yeah, so in other words, we have a stagecoach.
Yep. It's only relevant if, I mean, he doesn't even really follow Sune, so like it's like the water element and that's it.
Hmm. Wait, how much does
But-
stagecoach cost, Storm?
It will be, I need to calculate.
But I did look it up. Stagecoaches, like the one we're looking for, carry up to 9 people inside.
Do they?
Yeah, you're looking at wagon or like coaches for like medieval, but you're looking
Coach
at like
cab.
royal court coaches. You want to look up stagecoach, like how the West had them, right? Because that's what we're looking for. Because those were for travel, not for around town.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't be too much more, anyways.
I'm just saying, there's enough for everybody, including our extra passengers. All I meant.
Yeah. So that would be. Oh, I need the ruler.
It's 3.5 days by coach, 7 days normal.
Yeah. Okay. So that is.
Man.
Time. It is 5 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper.
Okay, so give me copper first.
5 copper.
Okay, so we got 6. How much silver?
2.
Okay, 16. I'm just taking out party loot, by the way, guys, so you know. And how much gold?
5.
Okay.
You get a stagecoach and shave off 3 days from your journey. 3.5 days.
Everybody add 24 hours to your downtime.
Was there any more else?
16 and 20. 16 from the cathedral to Stuttergate, and then 24 from Stuttergate Glass Hollow.
40. Then.
What were you saying?
We're
Felicity?
almost at the 25% mark.
What are you saying, Carly?
Nothing.
Okay.
Along the journey, did anyone have any RP? You now have a new travel companion.
Yeah, I want to talk to her at some point, but can we do that in text, actually?
Yeah, we can. So,
If that's all right with you. Well, it depends. Is her default answering back in the mind link, or does she speak out loud like some people?
she can answer back with discretion.
Then yeah, Apricity will just talk to her one of the nights where they're traveling. Pick her brain about some stuff.
Shather is just cautious and on alert of her, just taking note of what she's doing while they're there. Like, campfire
You
stuff. Like,
would
he would at least be vocally against her taking watch with them for the first few days.
just give me a moment. I will be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
There, I built a sleeping trap for Angel.
I have to catch him first.
I mean, you're gonna be stuck in a coach, man.
He's on the ceiling.
Climbing like a spider, crawling around the ceiling of the coach.
No, he just needs to stab his antlers through and use them as just like a climbing pick.
Except more imagine he just
agree.
gets stuck and his feet just start dangling.
Well, yes.
He's
That's
tall
more
enough that
likely.
he can still touch the floor.
Well, yes.
You just
Not
have
if
to
I
stand
not
straight
if
for
I
the first
use
time in his
shrink
life.
reduce on him or large reduce on him.
Okay, yeah. What can we do to this man? This is important while Storm is gone. We silence him so he can't call out for help.
I can reduce him so he's a tiny little man.
I can curse him. The
As
spell
long as the
magic.
curse won't be funny, I'm down.
Hey, if he would consent to it, I can put him in feigned death. Touch a willing creature and put it into a cataleptic state that is indistinguishable from death.
That would
Appears
actually, I
dead to
think,
all outward inspection.
that would actually, I think, be the worst. Because he would be fully conscious but unable to move his body.
Oh, it's. Wait,
I'm back.
that's so funny. Okay, so it has to be a willing creature to do it, but it can't. It doesn't seem like the creature can end the spell itself. It says for the spell's duration or until you use an action to touch the target and dismiss the spell.
What is this?
I'm talking about
Oh.
using feigned death on Angel.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Continue.
Throughout the journey, how are we going on timing? But
I gotta wrap up. I unfortunately work tomorrow morning, so I can't be up too much
Yeah.
later. Like another
Yeah.
half hour is probably tops for me. Then I gotta start getting ready for
Okay.
bed.
On the way. Go
I'm
ahead,
kind of-
Angel. Did you have
I'm
something?
Oh, I was just saying, I'm also kind of running out of steam a little bit as well.
Yeah, that's all good. I was gonna wrap up here.
Okay.
On the way, Yvette would be engaging in like a small talk, trying to get to know everyone, as one would do with new companions. I feel like a lot of, I don't know who exactly would be on guard around her, but I feel most of you would be, considering the nature of how she approached Alyssa at the start.
Apricity
But-
wouldn't really be.
Ben and Rita don't have no idea what the hell happened, so they wouldn't.
Shather will be on guard for everyone.
Angel won't be on guard. He's just also not like a great person to talk to right now. which is normal for him.
I mean, she doesn't push any buttons or anything. She'll just talk to whoever.
Yeah,
is
I
willing
guess
to talk back.
small talk works. I think if anything, she might be intrigued by the fact that despite returning some of her comments and things of that sort, he does not really ever pay attention to her as he does so.
She'd basically be curious about what you guys have been doing, since you all met and left the cathedral and everything. And just kind of ask small questions about, I guess, just getting to know each other, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be it.
Sure, there was Slanter, but like I said before, he does at least want to like monitor her and what, at least especially for the first 2 nights, what she's doing at night, what she's doing by the campfire, if she leaves, or again, just being on relatively high alert for anything suspicious.
She stays within view of the party. She doesn't go off on her own or along the journey, she'd be talking to Alyssa at various points. Sometimes a little, like, at first, Alyssa felt a little uncomfortable, but she never really pushed any buttons from that point. After the conversation she had with Apricity. And just kind of talking about, I guess, her journey, what she's experienced so far. And eventually, Alyssa stops being a little bit too nervous around her. But I will go ahead. I'm just gonna drop the image of where you guys will. That's will be where we ended there. As you guys arrive on the stagecoach to the town of.
Yippee!
Nice.
Neat.
And with that,
I don't trust that
we
dude
will
with
end
the
session.
axe. He looks like he's about to do something.
I will say, once they are there, Angel will do his best to be able to sleep. He's wigging out a little bit, a lot of it.
Are you still not sleeping along the way?
Unfortunately, not really.
Be dead.
You're gonna have to roll me 3 more Constitution saves.
I don't know if Ben was serious about slipping a sleep potion.
Ben was serious about, like, if he is not, like, he could die. Like, you realize you die if you fail all 3, right?
Oh, I know.
And it's got up to a 20, and you cannot pass any more after the next one. Like, you literally cannot pass anymore. So Ben is creating a sleeping draft.
Don't get me wrong. Like, how do I put this? I'm playing this as realistically as I can. The game mechanic, frankly, of 3 nights is a little bit stupid, all things considered. I am very much playing it from the point of he's getting very little to no sleep. I'm basically playing up if we want to go mechanically wise, he's going up the limit before he inevitably crashes for whatever is the amount of hours that would be necessary to be remotely sustained, and then he's right back at it, basically.
In other words, you're taking...
Which is not enough.
Yeah. I think if you want to roll it mechanically so he doesn't die, is he doesn't reach that death stage, but he's just taking short rest to not die, I guess, would be the way it would work.
I mean, I think we can just, like, view things from a realistic standpoint that he probably will not die.
Yeah, but you would still have all the exhaustions of a person only getting, like, 1 or 2 hours of sleep for a week.
Yeah, which is why I'm trying to figure out the logistics of where and what and how that would affect. But since we are skipping through a lot of the travel, then So yeah, it's just he would get very little sleep throughout this. I'm basically saying / rebuking the fact that the mechanics really do not matter in this instance.
Yeah. I guess I then would it still be the concerning enough that the party would intervene / Ben would intervene? Like,
Oh,
how
I mean,
visible is it for him doing all this?
to be honest, he absolutely could and could intervene. And honestly, I don't think Angel would put up that much of a fight either.
I mean, Ben wouldn't have to do
Because-
much. He would just put it in your food.
Yeah, because for the record, this isn't anything Angel is doing on purpose.
Yeah, like he's not fighting it. He's just not able to sleep. He's basically got insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
So Ben
More
would
than
make
usual.
So with that 18 herbalism check, I'm assuming I can make a pretty powerful sleeping draft.
I will need you to actually find this stuff first, which the.
I mean, we were out of
herbalism kit is
town.
for.
I was assuming I could pick up the stuff at the town, at Stuttergate.
Sure.
Because, like, he would have
Um,
noticed it on the second day that he hasn't slept.
20 gold.
Yeah, we take that out.
Our expensive little insomniac heart
Yeah.
emoji.
Because it's probably a good idea for Judah's character not to have exhaustion, but triple exhaustion before we face the hag.
But it would be funny.
Okay, I spent the 20 gold. 18, I'm assuming, is enough to make the
For the
draft
first
proper.
night. Yep.
So he gets a full night's sleep that night.
Which would set him back to. So he's on 2 before Stuttergate.
So he'd be on 1 now.
1. Do you continue to drug him?
Well, how does Angel react to the first time he's drugged?
That is true.
Well, he falls asleep, and then after he wakes up, and without getting too much into the RP of things, he would do what he does normally, which is he feigns being upset in a very clearly not upset manner, before kind of going about his things. And frankly, he would probably end up asking Ben if he has any more of those, because to be frank, I do think he's actually has tried everything from exhausting his very extensive amount of alcohol, or at least actually he wouldn't have as much before. He's been running out over the travels.
Hey, you hit a town.
Hey, but yeah, he has genuinely been trying everything when it began to become a problem and he couldn't effectively work much anymore. And I'm sure that the group has also given him shit for his less than savory habits. And to be honest, this is probably something that I will probably, if anybody would be interested, I would probably be interested in probably going over this in text RP.
Yeah, I'll text
Raise his
RP
hand,
with
raise
you,
his
Jude,
hand.
if that's what you want.
Well, it's just because there's Angel has never been this bad.
Yeah, I get you.
Waiter, pass the yaoi, please.
True. But yeah, it's shit, what was I saying? Yeah, it's just he's not doing super hot, and he didn't ask for help more so because he is kind of tunnel visioning ad infinitum. And the help, albeit without his knowledge, more or less is kind of what helps him out at least a little bit. And I'm speaking from a flavor perspective, but I do think that he will be able to sleep. It's not going to be great sleep. No drug-induced sleep is ever great. But it is enough to quote-unquote sustain him.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like the take of someone who's never had one too many Xanax and slept for 17 hours, because that shit was the best sleep of my life and what I aspire to every night I sleep.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I'll need another 2 more.
Okay, I will obviously
Headless
use
and-
my enhance abilities when I make these.
So third, I guess I don't know if we really are trying to avoid the RP or like, do we just want to continue this next time if it's going to be a big thing?
Yeah, I mean, I would kind of prefer to.
Yeah, sure. That's
Yeah, we
fine.
can do that. That's fine.
Or just do a little bit of travel RP next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Zathur will offer to use blunt force if the medicine doesn't work.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's correct. I'm sure. Yeah. Nothing like a hammer to the head to cure sleeping. That's insomnia. I'll make the checks regardless in advance, just for the sake of he'll make more potions. Yeah, that one's obviously a pass. Yeah, that one will need the advantage. Oh, there we go. I make one so good he never wakes up again.
He dies.
He sleeps for a
Honestly-
full day. Can we get that one? Be like removes 2, sleeps for a full day. It would
No.
be so funny.
It would be so awesome.
He got better at it with each time.
Good for him.
He starts adjusting it to.
Repetition is the key to mastery.
Well, he just got the dosage right. He had to figure out your body chemistry.
Hey. Oh, that's session.
Thanks for the session,
Hell yeah.
Storm.
Yeah,
Thank you for session.
Storm.